been saved to your album. That's cute! The photo has been saved to your...
Oh my god! I'm turning my fucking headphones down. I can't listen to it anymore. I don't need, nobody can listen to it. Man, I can't even think hearing that. Legit, I'm sitting here, I'm Pepe Spin. I'm Pepe fucking Spin because I'm hearing ding, 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 ding. What is he working on? No one's alive except me and I'm fucking broke. What is he making? The dude might as well get a hammer and swing it at the fucking floor. Wait, what did I miss? Oh shit, never mind, I can't even tell. Oh, yeah, you are, no one knows how to say it. Okay, so it is Sucky Tevin, fantastic. Not Sucky Tevin, Sucky Snake. It's a good thing MTC not here. They use that clip out of context. Sucky Tevin. I ain't been drinking that much. What the hell?
No, we're actually somewhere else. No, shit. Okay, never mind. We turned the whole power off. This is good and it's bad at the same time. Oh, shut up. Nobody say anything. Nobody say fucking anything. Chat, just don't fucking say anything.
Twitch. That might just happen if Supper Pup gets his way. You never know.
Yeah, that's very true. Where's your YouTube streams? Something error. I have bad news. I'm one copyright strike away from getting channel deleted, so all the YouTube streams get privated right away. Although there is an archive channel, it just hasn't been finalized.
I got a fur coat on. 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 I slide through the town. Skirt, skirt, skirt. Coming up and down. Going down.
He's like a Chad. So, okay. Oh, and I always clear my throat because I have to like hunch over to make a deep voice. Okay. Hey Scotty, I'm a big Chad. I'm a fucking Chad. Whatever, idiot. I'm bullying the other kids at school because I have problems at home. I'm a Chad. Okay, now I have to make it deeper. That's perfect. That's my Chad voice. How do I make it sound?
435,000 views.
Oh, so now it's a jealousy
for
thing.
him to scream.
Now it's a jealousy thing.
Goku
Holy shit,
up.
man.
435,000 idiots watched him. And now I'm one of them. Because I watched it too. Shame on me. I'm part of the problem. Alright, let's get your fuck.
My boss comes over and says like, hey, not my boss. Someone comes to warn me that there is a mess in the hall in one of the aisles. Okay, so I go check it out. I kid you not. There was a poop trail going all the way from the entrance of the store all the way to the back of electronics where the restrooms is. It was just a trail, just lumps. It would just come out every little square, just a poop trail. In one section there was just one big clump of it, and then just kept on going down the road. Somehow my boss did not see this until I pointed out to them that there is a poop trail. And then she stomps the floor going, not again. I'm like, this happens often?
Uh-oh, we're coming back. Dinger coming back. Girl won't let me lose the sidelines.
Oh!
What?
Wait, what?
What? Come on! Ow! Yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, Garfield and friends.
We're ready to party! We're ready. I hope you bring lots of spaghetti. I'm scared. Come on in, come to the place where fun never ends. Come on in, it's time to party with Garfield and friends. Dancing, fiesta, romancing, siesta, samba, la bamba. Ay caramba, disguises, surprises, and pies of all sizes. Come on in, come to the place where fun never ends. Come on in, it's time to party with Garfield and friends. Come on in, it's time to party with Garfield and friends. Garfield and friends.
And pay attention. There'll be a test at the end.
The meat in Wendy's chili is the fucked
Look at
up
this shit.
hamburger.
Oh,
Look at this
I
shit
actually
right
called
here.
it out in this video. There you
Overcook
go.
it, or they smash it into a million pieces, or it's too greasy. This is the meat they use for the chili.
I
So
had
just
no
imagine-
idea.
That is
just imagine
disgusting.
how healthy that could possibly be for you, or what that tastes like. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna take one.
Look at that watery
not even
fucking
try to start
diarrhea
stopping
chili.
spoon.
Ugh, fucking disgusting,
I'm gonna
right?
take a tiny.
Oh my
taste.
god.
And that's
I
tiny
eat it.
for you?
A little tiny bit. I have to taste it. I have to taste this chili. Oh god. And at least.
Oh,
So give me
look how
1 second here.
disgusting that is.
Spoonful. I'm gonna get over the sink just in case.
No.
Place after I eat this.
Oh.
The meat is completely flavorless. All I could really taste was a little bit of tomato and a little onion.
Man.
And it just cuts off there. Thank you, Arkham Edits. Arkham Dentits? Dentum Edits. An amazing short. Out of nowhere. Hyped it up last night. No one had any idea what it was. And then it got uploaded. And it was fucking trash. Hello, everybody. That's your cold open. Welcome to the pre-stream test Restream stream. I am your unfortunate host, swollen _ Dingus, or exposed, I suppose, expand Dingus for this, for hello. You go to YouTube, everyone. Big ups to Brian, Almighty Tevin, Cerulean 86, Golem, Shybot, hey Shybot, J Frosty, Rum 89, and everyone else coming in, like UNFW1. How does Tevin not have a wrench? Oh my god. This is sacrilege. Imagine not giving Tevin a wrench. The level of disrespect. It's like a sneak diss in and of itself. Alright, I got one more thing I want to review. I think. Do I? Maybe if we're lucky, he'll start talking early. So we're doing the restream today. Particularly because I want to test timers and commands. There are commands you can use in the stream, and they may or may not work. Alright, let's look at some chicanery before we start. I mean, we're starting, but like, I guess I should say before he starts. He's in his chat already. He's having more discussions in his chat than I allegedly was in my own chat. But he says to us his laptop is doing some updates and it's like bugging out. Oh my god, you guys, these fucking updates, right? And he ends all his messages in LOL. Ever since Peace pointed that out last night, I can't help but notice it myself. He really does just end every message in chat with LOL. 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 You know what wasn't very LOL.
Oh, I'm gonna get rid of a couple trolls in the chat that I've had enough of. They're being really stupid, disrespectful.
What?
So I'm just gonna get rid of them at this point.
No way!
Okay.
They were so disrespectful last night, guys.
Alright, let's put the part. When we continue on, I guess I gotta go back the way that we started, and there was a thing there that I missed, and then we go and take off. I think we'll be able to do this fine tonight in the next hour.
Ah, he beat the dungeon. I don't know why he's so sad.
Alright, so guys, everyone who's here, thanks for chilling, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. if you could please support the stream, guys.
Please,
At this
please,
point,
God,
anything
please.
is
On
appreciated.
my
A
hands
like,
and
we're only at
knees,
39
please.
likes out of the 100 I like
Please,
to get
bro.
on the stream. A super chat, we've had one all night.
One?
$1.99. A membership, we've had none tonight. A tip, we've only have one tip tonight. And,
One tip.
You know, I'm trying to, you know, offset.
Here's
what
the
else has
tip.
been going on
Stop
this week.
begging.
And earlier today, we had a great day with everything but tips. Tips was actually slow earlier today.
It
Right,
was
if
so
you're going to
slow with the
contribute, a
tips,
tip
you
would be
guys.
Much appreciated, but anything would be appreciated at this point as we continue to play Zelda. All right, guys?
I told you guys
So
this would
if you
happen with
can,
Zelda. You didn't
please
believe
continue,
me.
Or please contribute, and thank you. Now let's continue. Yes, PayPal is fixed. I got the notification earlier, so.
All right, just in case you just in case you got the idea that he was possibly grinching.
Okay, ready?
And it was unwarranted because maybe PayPal was delayed.
All right, guys, let
PayPal
us
was not
continue.
delayed. It was just grinching for grinching's sake. It was being toxic on purpose.
He exploded too.
Oh no, no, we're getting rid of that. All right, commands. Let's see if this works. No, where's my bot at? Huh? Oh, there it is. Look, there he is. Ack. So we have some amazing starter commands, sub emotes, TTV, welcome, see you later, hug, lurk, points, top, and hours. These are all work in progress commands. Some of them, oh no, all of them copied over from Twitch. All right, hug works. Points works. Dingcoin is back. Dingcoin is now live. However, Dingcoin does not carry over from Twitch. So if you had Dingcoin on Twitch, it's reset for YouTube. For now. Maybe I can merge it later. But work in progress. I did nothing wrong. Yeah, you're literally, you guys are all back on level 1. I'm sorry. Hey, serious.
Noobs with shotguns.
Oops, with shotguns.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
You know what? I could type out my book reports while I listen to the pre-stream, but I'm not sure if I want to because I owe four book reports. There's no way I'm gonna finish all of them, guys. I'm gonna keep getting distracted. What if I wasn't distracted? Doug's on the floor. Doug's on the floor. I spawn, I die. Hey, a new dreading. That's definitely gonna be on the docket for tonight. When a narcissist tries to represent himself in court, the pre-trial of Robert Tejas. Yeah, I remember when we watched this, the original video for this guy. What's good, Dongermonger? Dongermonger? Yeah, I suppose I would be a Dongermonger. Add Eternal Napalm, talking about GTA. They found this formula to milk people, and the people aren't conscious that they're being taken advantage of. But a stunning analysis of Grand Theft Auto Online you've made, Phil. Can you start the stream already? Relax your dongus. I'm trying. By the way, whoever thought it was a good idea to put a big fucking heart in the bottom right of the chat, completely obscuring triple dots for the lowermost message, the most recent message in the chat box. Whoever decided this was a good idea needs to be sent on a government-paid vacation to Guantanamo Bay. Like I'm willing to pay for that. Like my taxes can pay for that. The person that developed that, who conceived with this concept, needs to not be alive anymore. Because I cannot get rid of this. I don't know what I have to do. What black magic is necessary? What What sort of spell must I conjure to send this heart away? But I don't want it in the chat anymore. What I will say though is notice how much love and admiration and adoration my chat is getting compared to the guys. Pretty cool, isn't it? Yes, everyone loves my stream. Sign in to continue the YouTube. Oh my god. Look at that. All I wanted to do was click on a heart, and now it's asking me to sign in. I fucking hate this place. I gotta reset the dock. The heart is an easier way for Jade to communicate, though. That's one way of putting it. Is it possible to get rid of it? It's super annoying. To my knowledge, no. You just gotta deal with it. No! I wonder what I wonder if Jade does use it, and which emotes are his favorite. I gotta fix this fucking dock. There we go. Jade, press the flushed emote twice to confirm. Oh my god, I can't even use this for 2 seconds before it demands that I log in. What the hell? Sign in. I'm already signed in. I'm on OBS. How am I able to chat in the chat dock on OBS if you claim that I am not signed in? Like, think about this for a second, right? Like, how does this doesn't make any sense. Oh well. It's 103, where is he? Well, I know where he is. He's in his chat. Okay, BRB, gonna use the restroom, then we start. Why did he start the stream then? He wasn't ready. Why did I start the stream when he wasn't ready? I guess that's a turnabout is fair play. Hey, it's that Pride Month slide. Oh, I mean, it's not specific to Pride Month, but it's indicative of his thoughts on Pride, which is weird because a few weeks ago he was banning you if you posted Pride flags in his chat. That's neither here nor there. He's never gonna remove slides. He's too lazy. Hey, Revy. You know how to remove the live react emoji? What? You can't just say that without telling us how to do it.
See what kind of enemies are around here. There's some geckos. There's definitely ghoul activity up here.
That wasn't during Pride Month? Was it in May?
Get the fuck out of here.
Is that how long ago it was?
This shit. How could I possibly kill all of these? I need dynamite.
I had like 2 hours of sleep last night, so it's gonna be extra painful. I know what that feels like. Post it on Discord. Dude, I love Discord. He was hyping up Pride Month, clearly.
Question is, where the fuck is Jeannie May?
Where is Jeannie May? Jeannie May? Okay.
Because it's Jeannie May, and Jeannie May is MIA. You can't fucking find
Know who else is MIA? This fucking guy. Go on, remove the live react emoji from YouTube chat. Add this to your uBlock origin filter list. Interesting. Too bad it doesn't work in OBS. Yeah, that's just not gonna work in the dock. Sorry.
Come with me.
but it'll help out people on the browser.
That's what I'm talking about, sweet revenge. Come with me, there's something you should see in front of the dinosaur. Yeah, come on, bitch. She's fucked. Dude, you ain't get what's coming to you, fucking slut. Yeah!
Yeah, and threatening to post people for posting pride flags. They were trolling him, obviously. They were gaslighting him by spamming him with flag emojis so he bans them, and then they can make clips titled DSP bans people who post pride flags in his chat, which is, I mean, it's literally what happened. They're taking it out of context, idiot. See, there's so many stripes in that fucking heart now that it doesn't even look like it represents pride anymore. Like, what? I can't even... It's like you're... There's so many colors! What am I looking at? It looks like it's representing a country now. Like, man, I'm barely seeing red. I don't know how you're in the LGBT if you're just black, but it's okay. Yeah. That's kind of fucked up. Alright, you're black. You're in the LGBT now. What if I don't agree with that? You see, like, compare Revi's flag to all the hearts that Cerulean posted. Like, which one are you gonna more immediately associate with pride? Like, what if you're a straight black? You're a straight cis-het black. Are you LGBT because you're black? Is that what the B stands for? I thought it stood for bisexuality. Or blooper. I guess it stands for neither. It stands for black. If you're black, you're represented. But what should I associate it that with? LTG. Whoa, look, it's Swaggins in his chat. LOL, Jasper is such a fun cat. Whoa, he actually started that message with LOL instead of ending it. He's going crazy in the hallway right now. And good old 672. Yo, at Jade Rasmussen. Oh no. Alright everyone. Cold open? Oh no. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. We got like 3 fucking openings to this, man.
Hello everyone. It's the end of my streaming week, and there's a lot to talk about, including
that
a big
was opening
recap
number
on
1.
how
This
things
is
went in
opening
Street
number
Fighter
2.
6 this week, a preview of next week, discussing all the content that actually came out on my various channels, and a lot more in just a sec.
And this is opening number 3. I don't even know who suggested opening number 2 to him when opening number 1 was enough. And honestly, opening number 1 was already overdoing it. Like, this is the only opening you need. Really, this is the opening. This is the only opening you'll ever need. This is the best opening ever. How could you hate this opening? I can't wait for my favorite Nick Jr. show.
Hello everyone,
All right,
and
tell me the
welcome
word
to
of the day.
show. Of course, I'm Phil, and this is the Level 1 Podcast. What a week!
Oh, really? I thought you were
What a
Rich
long
Review
week.
Tech.
This was a 7-day streaming week for me.
What's wrong with that?
Lots of content,
It's
lots
not
of
over
coverage
yet.
of the hot new releases, obviously. I hope that you guys enjoyed everything that happened this week, starting with a live React event, the Summer Game Fest back on Thursday. Of course, all of the awesome Street Fighter 6 gameplay that I've done over the course of the week, including the premiere of World Tour Mode, plus a bunch of new characters.
Ah, yes, the premiere of
continuations
the
of
mode
Diablo,
no one
as
wanted
well
to see
as
to begin
Zelda
with.
Tears of the Kingdom, React content. I mean, there's been a lot going on.
The $10 Zelda streams.
And it's been crazy
And the
busy
reacts
for June.
nobody
I mean,
asked
June
for.
is never this busy. Let's be honest. June is usually
Remember
one
when he
of
wanted June
the
to be busy?
slowest months of the
You
year.
wanted
for
more
game
years
releases, and
like
this year it's gonna
the
be
year
polar
where
opposite,
Tsushima
actually
came
making
out
it
in
challenging
July.
for me
Was
to
it June or
cover
July?
everything for you
You
guys
wanted
because
more-
I'm trying to juggle
more,
new releases while
summers
I'm
like
also
that.
covering all this game
And then they
news,
gave it to them.
and it's been daunting.
And we get this.
All right, it has absolutely
A wave of complaints.
been a daunting task to do so. But now it looks like we're gonna fall back into a regular rhythm. There's really nothing
Fall
crazy
back?
or out of
I
the
thought we were
ordinary going
springing
on
forward.
between now and, you know, the next several gaming weeks. And so I'll be able to focus in on the stuff I'm playing for the next week. Then, of course, we'll have Final Fantasy 16 coming out. And then for the foreseeable
think you'll be
future, we're gonna
focusing
have
on
a
much when
rotation
Final
of
Fantasy
new
comes
release
out.
games that I'll be playing. So thanks, and I
I
want
think
to say
all the
thank you to
games he
everyone.
has on
You
docket
guys
will continue to be played as
have been
Final
absolutely
Fantasy
awesome
enters,
so
enters the
far.
rotation.
And
But by the time
you know,
Pikmin 4 comes
your
out, which is
interest
actually the
in all
music
that I've
I'm
been
playing
doing
right now.
Your support of everything that I've been
music.
doing,
When Pikmin
it's
4
been
comes
absolutely
out,
great.
that'll be
I
when it
really have no
feels,
complaints at all.
pressure to start finishing
Everything's
stuff.
been drama free as well, which is always excellent. You know, when there's all
What
this
about the TikTok
nonsensical
shit?
white noise going on, it's good to be able to focus in on the important things. The gameplay,
Amiri takes
the
another
interactions with you
W.
guys, having fun on a
Rent
daily
free,
basis,
as they
and
say.
getting rid of all that outside crap, right?
Yeah.
Only focusing on us, and that's a good thing. So, thank you all for being here today for the show. What I would like to do today is basically
Recap,
kind of go
talk,
through
chill,
everything we did
interact.
this week and give you a cumulative update on Street Fighter 6.
What?
Because now I've played with 9 characters
I
in
feel
the
like we
game.
do that
is
every-
right,
every
half the
pre-stream.
cast. And having played with half the cast,
Ah,
I
yes,
want
let
to
me
give you an
give you
update
the
on who clicked with me and who didn't. And we're going to have a little bit of an update because if you remember, we were talking yesterday about the future of my covering the game and what exactly I should do. And I think that we've kind of come to a little bit of a consensus here. On one front, we're probably going to slow down.
Don't
on another
focus on
front,
the
we're gonna
drama
hone in a
caused by
little more to
stabbing
try to
at
make my
people, then
coverage of Street
hiding.
Fighter 6 a little bit better. All right. So that's excellent. I'd also like to do a little bit of an update on what's going on with all my other playthroughs. And also give you an update on DSP Reacts. This was actually a busy week for DSP Reacts because it had a live react, it had 2 recap reactions videos, the usual DSP versus the internet show, and then I actually released a new YouTube short this morning. Are you guys even aware of that?
Yeah,
That's right. There's a
it
new
was
short
bad.
over on DSP Reacts, and
Like a meme, but it kind of didn't work.
I hope you guys have checked
and
out the channel this
very
week.
lazy.
I realized that a lot of people who initially were interested in the channel said, "Nah, well, I see what it is, but I'm not going to check
I
it out
see
too
what it
often."
is.
Well,
Yeah,
there was a
I
ton
see
this
what it
week, a
is,
ton of
and I don't
meaningful,
like it.
interesting content this week that I hope you'll check out. And now moving forward, there's going to be some more stuff, more variety stuff over there in the next couple of weeks as well. Of course, we'll talk about that. All right. I think we should start at the beginning, shall we? First of all, I do have an update, and it seems to be a positive one. After
Seems
2
to be?
days of my PayPal account being screwed up with its notifications, I think as of this morning, it seems to be working because someone tipped me within the last
checker?
5 to 10 minutes, and I got a notification for it.
Game Tracker?
So that's good. If you don't know what I'm talking about, what happens is when someone sends a tip on stream, I'm supposed to get a notification so that I can shout it out, play an animation, say thank you. But the notifications were delayed 12 plus hours. So I wasn't getting any notifications, and there was some streams where I thought, oh, I guess it's just a really bad support stream. What are you going to do? And then people are like, no, we're supporting. Why aren't you shouting out stuff? I'm like,
I'm
what?
moving the lady. You
And then
guys
I
don't
go
even
manually
see
check.
it.
I'm like, oh, crap, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. But it looks like it's working again this morning. At least I guess we'll see as the stream continues and if anyone contributes via tipping. That should allow us to see if it's working or not. I think it is, though, from what I can see. It does appear like it is functional, which is obviously a good thing to actually be functional, right? Actually, funny thing. So my laptop, which is relatively new, my laptop is just under 2 years old now.
The laptop wine.
Forced a Windows
What are we
update
doing?
overnight on me.
Oh,
I didn't set it
no.
up to
How
do it. I
terrible.
just decided to do it.
It's
And when I
decided
did the
to do
Windows
it.
update,
Yeah, automatic
it changed
update.
everything. Like
Those
all
are
my
scheduled.
Windows that I had open and set up to do my streams were all completely closed, and I had to start over from scratch setting it up this morning. So that's why actually the stream started a few minutes late because I was like, ah, crap, scrambling to get everything ready on my laptop. But looks like it's working fine. Yes, Arkham. I will say, Arkham, thank you, because Arkham is the person who's actually been making YouTube shorts for DSP Reacts. So any shorts you've seen
All right,
over
how do
there,
I move
usually
this lady
Arkham
over?
is making them.
You're gonna
And,
see the
this
lady
new
do
one
some
is,
weird
get
stuff.
this,
Don't ask.
my original DSP tries it from over a decade ago, where I tried Wendy's Chili,
Oh,
which of course
no.
has taken on a new life because of another streamer. Just put
Oh
it that
yeah,
way.
we gonna name him?
But then it's my reacting
not.
to my DSP tries
my
it from
reacting
a retrospective
to my
event that I
DSP
also
tries
did
it.
several
Who
years ago.
cares?
So it's first the original, but it's me over it reacting to it. So it's like Philception. All right, that's the short. And you guys, it's absolutely disgusting. Wendy's chili is gross as shit. So
All right,
that's
hold on.
live on DSP
I gotta
Reacts
reset
right
the
now.
lady,
I
I
guess
think.
here's what we'll do. Let's talk about
Yeah, I
DSP
do.
Reacts first. Let's get this out of the way.
That's what I get for
one new
resizing
content came out on
things.
DSP Reacts this week, and how did it do? Let's talk about that. By the way,
Analytics?
oh my God,
Why?
today is Wednesday.
This really is a
the
shareholders
14th of
meeting.
June, 2023. Oops. Should probably mention what day today is. And today is
I
my
didn't even
last
notice he
consecutive
didn't do
streaming
that.
day of the week. After this very lengthy 7-day streaming week, it's good for us to sit back and,
yeah,
and recap and
7-day
reminisce a
streaming
little bit about
week.
everything that just happened. All right. So
Very lengthy.
here's what happened on
No
DSP
days
Reacts this
off.
week. On Thursday was Summer Game Fest 2023.
Blue
so I did a
collar
live react
DSP.
that took about 2 hours. And then I did a recap reactions video that was about 35, 40
And
minutes.
never give him a
The
break.
live react was the raw show with me reacting over it, while the recap reactions video
he got
was
his
my
wife over there,
summarized
only
thoughts
working
on
2
the
days
show
out of the week.
with more in-depth opinions about each thing, because I had time to talk about them rather than me trying to talk as the show was progressing. Problem was, after doing that live react, it was blocked on YouTube for over 12 hours because it had a clip of the Twisted Metal TV show in it. By the way, the clip of the Twisted Metal TV show looked absolutely
It got blocked for me
god-awful.
too. I trimmed
So
it,
I feel
and
bad
I
for
just
the people
took
who
the
were
L.
involved in it, but
It really wasn't nothing to get
what
too
a
upset
dumb
about.
reason for that to block my video. So I had to edit out the Twisted Metal footage for my video to show up. By the time it had
He
showed
acts
up,
like he
a lot of people
personally
had
did
already
the
gone
editing,
on and
but all he
watched
did was
other,
click a button
you know,
that says
versions of this
trim.
react, so it screwed
I
me
did it
over.
too.
I probably would
So
have
I'm
had
not gonna
way
act
more
like I'm
views on that
superior,
video.
but
if it didn't get blocked
he
for over
acts like
12
he
hours.
did the editing.
But what can I
when
do?
he
That's
didn't.
the YouTube system, and it's really stupid.
You click the button,
okay?
and
So
YouTube
that
did
being
the
said,
rest.
that was released on Thursday, okay? Performance-wise, it's done pretty good. The live react has topped over 2,000 views.
How would viewers care?
Likely, if it didn't get blocked for 12 hours, it probably would have had another 1,000 views on there. The recap reaction is
holders
just under
meeting.
1,500 views, so each
They
one
do
did
possess
well.
a dance.
Here's
That
the
makes
difference,
sense.
though. I can't monetize the live react because
not?
everything in that video gets claimed. However, I was able to
Womp womp.
monetize the rehab reactions video, so it's good that at least
The
out of all
rehab
that work I did that
reactions?
day, I was actually able to monetize something, right?
Right.
Then there was my usual
And was it a complete waste of
DSP
time?
versus the internet live react show where I react to clips from members that submit them. That was Saturday. We did a different version of the show this week where basically I did a random order playlist. It worked smoothly. We didn't have any technical issues, which was great. The consensus seems to be that that's the way I should do the show moving forward, that there's more incentive to become a member now because it's random select. You have a better chance to get your video watched on the show. Your equal chance as every other member. When it was first come, first serve, it wasn't like that. It was like people rushing to get their video watched, and it was a big competition. Now it's more even. However, it was kind of weird, because guess what? For
What?
the first time
Wrong.
ever, we actually watched every clip on the show. We didn't have too many clips. We had just enough to last the entirety of the show. So, in reality, the whole
23
random
videos
order
I
thing
hear,
didn't matter
sad.
that much, because we would have gotten to every clip regardless. Now, as we move forward,
So why did you skip?
I'm sure more people.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
who
you still
want,
skipped
you know,
some
to
that
get
week.
clips watched will become
You could have
members
watched
of
all
the
of them
channel,
and still had time
and
to
then we're
spare.
gonna get more clips submitted.
Yeah, that's
so
Glover.
we'll
We
see
got Glover on the backup
how it
playlist.
goes next week on Saturday. Okay, so those clips have been uploading all week
Hey, Red
long,
Drake.
and today, actually, this morning, was the
yes.
final clip.
Right Drake is
of the
here,
6. There's only
ladies and
6
gentlemen.
parts to that show, and each
I'm
part's about
testing
30
out
minutes long.
YouTube
So
commands
all that
and
is live on
timers.
that channel.
No
And
timers
then
have popped up
today.
yet.
Well, last
Pretty
night
sure I got
should
them
say,
enabled though.
I filmed my recap reactions to Xbox, Starfield, Ubisoft Forward, and the Capcom Showcase, all of which released
Terrible
Sunday
recap.
and Monday.
I wanted to shoot
digitally
myself
on the
in
internet.
Minecraft.
So basically, I summarized
in
4
reality.
different shows. If you had watched all those raw shows, you would have spent upwards of 4+ hours watching them. But instead of you wasting your time doing that, because there's a lot of filler and fluff, I talk about it in a summarized fashion
With
in
no
this recap
video
reactions
clips or
video that
anything,
lasts
so
about,
just watch
35
DSP
minutes
talking to
long.
himself and
So that
talk
went
about
live last
what he
night,
doesn't care
already
about.
overnight.
What if you
Decent
care about a
viewership
game
on
he
it.
doesn't
I think
care
people are
about?
enjoying it,
He's
but they
telling
didn't
you
really
not
know
to
that I
watch the
released
show
it.
and
Wanna
just
know
watch
why?
him talking
Because
about
I
it
somehow
for
managed
30
to
minutes.
misname it. I had the whole thing set up properly, named properly, but I wanted to
No
add it
bullet
to my
points,
playlist
no script,
of videos that are
nothing.
like react videos like that. And when I added it to the
Want that
playlist, I
YouTube
clicked
bag
on
and get
save
500
same
subs?
settings.
I'm not gonna
and
get 500
it named
subs.
it exactly the
Nobody knows
same
who the fuck I am.
as my Summer
The fuck
Game
are you
Fest
talking about?
recap reactions video from Thursday. So overnight, I had 2 videos that had the same name. So no one really knew that this video existed. I'm like, oh no, I
Womp
goofed.
womp.
I did it. I'm getting old. I'm making silly mistakes. And so if you didn't know it's live, all right?
This
It's been live
is
for over 12
live.
hours. I hope
Oh,
you'll give it a
Monty
look.
Jiggles.
It has like 500 views now, but if it's anything like the video
Whoa.
from Thursday, it'll probably have over
I'm
1,000 by the
dominated,
time it's
dude.
done. Please give it a look. I put a lot of work into it, obviously. and I hope that you enjoy it. Please, by all means, with these videos covering these game shows, please leave comments. I want to know, do you think that these games look good or bad? Do you agree with my
I don't
takes
know.
on them?
I
Do
didn't
you have a
see
different take?
anything.
What's your most anticipated
You told us
game
to
out of
watch
these
your
shows?
react
I want
instead
your
of the
opinion.
actual
That
shows.
discourse
So
is
if
an
someone
important part of the
theoretically
React
did
channel.
that, someone
So please, by
cratered,
all means, leave
someone
comments and let me know
cratered
what you
did
think.
that,
If
how
your
would
comment
they
doesn't
be
show
able to
up right
say
away,
what the
it's 'cause I have to
games look
manually
like
approve
if
them,
they
but
only
several
watched
times a day I
the
check those
video that
comments
you
and
want
approve
them to watch?
I'll get them up there.
Well,
for
how do you think the games
okay?
look like? I don't know, motherfucker. You didn't play a clip for me. Hey, Captain Lego Man.
And then this morning,
out some basic
I released the
commands
Wendy's
today.
Chili Short over on DSP React.
Everyone
So
has
there's
Dinkcoin
a
now,
lot of content for the
but
channel,
Dinkcoin
right?
on YouTube is separate
Usually
from
all I put
Dinkcoin
up
on
there is
Twitch.
the DSP
It does
versus
not
the
carry
internet show. We have
over.
lots of extra content
Get
this week,
scammed.
which is great. I hope that everyone on that channel enjoyed it. Perhaps if you're enjoying the content on the channel, you would consider contributing by becoming a member, or maybe a tip, or a super thanks on a video. That'd be very nice. That's how I get my revenue stream. I really don't make money on ads on that channel. Everything there ends up getting claimed, so anything else would be appreciated, okay? This coming week, there's going to be DSP versus the internet again on Saturday.
Whoa.
Outside of that, I'm going to release at least one review, maybe two. It depends on time.
I thought we were stopping those.
But I think this week, over the course of this week, I want to watch Avatar: The Way of Water, which was just released on Visual Services. It's a
I'm
long-ass
felted.
movie, man.
I thought he would never
it's like
watch
freaking
this.
3.5 hours.
He was
So
making
there's
fun
no
of this
way I can
movie
watch
for
it either in, like,
so
one or maybe even 2 nights. I might
long.
have to split it up
He
and
was
watch, like,
making
an
fun
hour
of
a
the
night
fake
over the next
hype.
week.
He was slamming everyone. He couldn't
And so once I finally
believe
get
people
through it,
gave
I
a
watch
shit
it.
about this game.
I think I'm gonna
Game
do a
movie.
review of it to let you know what I thought of it, because Avatar 1, you know,
Avatar
had great
1?
visual effects, and that was about it. Yet it was like the biggest movie ever at the time. Avatar 2 apparently is a better
We're gonna
plot.
make some
from what I'm
Dinger Hood
understanding. It's not the
classics.
Pocahontas or Dances with Wolves stolen plot, which is good. I'd rather have it be a different plot.
Dingus will
than
hit
something I've
500 subs
already
easy
seen.
with those classic PSP vids.
But again, it's hilarious.
I want to
people
spread
who
them out
saw
though.
it
I don't want to.
said things such as,
I want to do a deluge.
you know, it's not necessarily a great movie, but the visuals are great, and yet it like broke box office records. But seriously, in my entire life of 41 years, I've not seen a movie do so well at the box office and immediately be removed from public discourse. Like today, how many people are talking about Avatar: The Way of Water?
How long do we need to talk about a movie?
Back in the day when there was a blockbuster movie, people would be talking about it for the year.
Any
Like every
plans for
other
future
movie would
vids,
be
Dingus?
compared to it.
Specific.
Right? It was like
specific.
Avatar
I'm not going to talk about all of them.
saw it
Specific
within, like,
events
a
that I
month,
want
and
to
then
do
that's it, never
recap
existed.
vids
No one even cares
for.
about it. So
There was a
I'm really curious about this movie. I
Bassmaster
wanna watch it
moment during the
myself,
Bassmaster
okay?
playthrough where I got him to talk about the benefit
And
of his
so,
Patreon for a significant
I'll
amount of
probably
time.
review that this week if I have extra time. Which
There
who knows
is
if I
a
will.
Street
This is a
Fighter
short
clip
streaming week for me coming up. It's only a
unrecorded,
5-day
so I
week
have to
coming
do a
up.
Dark Dave.
I'm basically going to be here
I gotta search
Friday
Dark
to
Dave for
Wednesday,
it.
Friday to Tuesday.
There was an
Friday, Saturday,
unrecorded
Sunday,
Street
Monday,
Fighter
Tuesday.
moment where he
If
got
there is
pissed
extra
at me
time,
for
I will
calling
try
out
to
the
also
amount of
review
tips he
something
made.
retro.
And I
Like I
think
told
that
you,
was
this
one of the
month my
first
idea was
moments
to
he did
review
the
something
sandwich
retro
store
every week,
analogy, but I'm not
then this week there was so
100%
much
because I don't want
content for
to
the
take
game
any
stuff, there
credit
was
for
no point
that.
in
So
doing
like
a
that,
review.
oh, that was the
So
first
I'll
time
just
he
let
did
that
it.
other reaction
But
stuff kind of stand there as the
I
extra
don't
content
remember
for the
him.
channel.
I don't
So
remember
next week
any
we'll see,
moment
but
in
I
which
think
he
at the
did
very
that
least I'm gonna
before
watch and
that
review
date. Like that's the
Avatar: The Way of
earliest
Water.
date I can remember
Okay?
him using the
All right,
sandwich
so that's it
analogy.
for DSP
But I
Reacts.
might
Check
be
it out,
wrong.
youtube.com
But those are
/@DSP
two moments
Reacts, where you
I
can
want to
find
get
it.
to next.
That's the sister channel. I hope you'll take a look at all the different content that I put out there over the course of these weeks, okay?
Dingus gets leaned video.
But now,
that would be like a
it's
freebie.
time for the big discussion about Street Fighter 6 and how I've been doing. Because yesterday, ladies and gentlemen,
Game Checker
we
update
had
the
a
spreadsheet.
turnaround after a series of streams where essentially I wasn't doing so good in Street Fighter 6. Yesterday was the polar opposite. Yesterday I tried out Marisa. The gladiator woman who
there's no
employs
Z in
super
her name,
armor
I'm pretty sure.
and high damage combos. And let me tell you something.
She
I
sucks.
did pretty darn good. I wasn't like completely dominating with her, but man, just for an initial stream of just learning the character, I was learning good combos. I was learning good strategies. That was probably one of the best debuts I've done so far in the game by far. Okay, so if you want to talk about a turnaround, all right, watch this.
If I want to talk about a turnaround, I'll look at the Project 7 trailer.
Look at this as a performance compared to some of the other characters.
I don't think
With
Digger can get
Marisa,
banned beyond outright
107
detracting. The
round
name
wins,
has
only 60
the name
round
has
losses.
clout in
All right?
DSP streams.
That's a really
No
great
comment
win-loss
on that.
record.
I don't know
only
what the fuck
character
you
I
mean
did
by
as
that.
good was JP, but JP
yes,
was
the
a very
name
short
has
session.
clout. I'm like,
So it doesn't really necessarily
who's in his chat right now? I'm like
compare
Big
as,
Papa
like, an
Phil.
apples-to-apples
I'm
comparison.
untouchable.
But man, did this ramp up the wins, all right? And I think this has to do with a couple factors. Number one, Marisa doesn't necessarily need a lot of high execution to play.
I think
at a
Dingus will be
competitive level.
safe. Dingus
I mean,
the
yes,
second,
there's other
rather.
things with
Dingus
dash
second will be
cancels that I'll
safe for a
probably
good
learn
amount
later
of
that'll
time.
be
Because,
way
like, let's
better
be
than what I was
real.
doing yesterday. But just
The
on a
videos
basic
aren't.
entry level,
They're not,
her
how does
basic
he
moves
say?
and combos are
How do you call
fairly
it
easy to
TikTok? They're not
execute,
virally
all right?
popular.
And yes,
No
if
one's
you,
told
if you
them
play
about 'em yet.
smart, you can actually counter a lot of the things your opponents are doing for big damage punishes and or big
Marisa's meant to be a
combos.
beginner character,
And
really?
because of that, I did pretty good. Now the thing is, I was making mistakes. Like during these matches, I was accidentally hitting the wrong buttons. I was doing the wrong moves, and I would say it every time.
Not
I did it,
fond
like,
of
I
the
did the wrong thing,
delay
and it was
when it
costing
comes
me
to
rounds.
the
So
bot
imagine if I
responding.
actually
On
had
Twitch,
played
it's
with
like
her
instant.
more, and it was
But here, you gotta wait like a second or two.
execution,
You'd think the
I probably
command
would have
didn't
done
work.
significantly better than even this. Okay, so this is pretty good. I like the character's design. I definitely think the character has good potential. I don't know about top tier, but I definitely think that as a character, she's more of the kind of character that I would look to play long
Addition to
term.
rename,
As opposed to some of these
Dinkhorn
other
to Ding
characters
Dang.
like DJ, I'd probably never go back and play. He's such a high execution.
I just kept it the same name as
constant
Twitch for
dash
now.
cancel.
Is
kind
the
of a
bot
character,
different?
and that's just not my
So
style. Okay,
it's a different
So,
Streamlabs
did
account.
pretty
It's
darn
just me
good
logging in through YouTube
there with
through
Marisa
Streamlabs
yesterday
instead
as
of the logging in through
Premier
Twitch.
Stream debut
I
stream
wanted to
with
merge
her,
the
all
accounts,
right?
but I
And
think
if
that's a
anything,
feature
this
with
wrapped us back
Streamlabs
up, 'cause you
Prime.
remember, I actually had
Because I
gone
did it
into
in
the
an
negative,
amount of
and now I'm
times,
back in the-
and every
in the
time I did
red,
it, it
or,
didn't
excuse me,
work.
Back in the black, back in the green for win-loss record overall.
So
when it says
technically
total
it's a
rounds
different
won and
bot?
lost in Street Fighter 6. Okay,
But it's still Streamlabs. Like,
Outside
it's
of
not
this,
any.
also,
It doesn't
instead of just
function
looking
any
at it
differently.
from a rounds perspective, which is what that chart does, I'd actually like to look at it overall matchups as well. All right, and so I have this
YouTube chat
document
response
that's
time,
tracking
since they have their own
everything.
chat while Twitch
so with
uses
Marisa
IRC.
yesterday,
Ah,
I
yes,
started
good old
off
IRC.
in gold 2 stars. That's where they started me off with my rankings because I lost a lot of my placement matches not knowing what I was doing. In gold, I got 11 wins and only 1 loss. So I basically turboed my way through gold and went right up to platinum right away. And then when I hit platinum, all right, I got 37 wins and 21 losses. So overall, my win-loss record with Marisa was 48 wins, 22 losses, meaning a 69% win ratio. That's pretty darn good. Winning 2/3 of the time is a great ratio, by the way. And so I really enjoyed that character and did pretty good. Overall now, just so you guys know, I've now been playing Street Fighter 6 almost 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks. Overall, 365 wins, 298 losses with a 55% win
Hold
rate.
up, what is this?
Meaning I'm winning more than I'm
What
losing.
is this? What am I looking
I mean, we're
at
still
here?
learning, and we're going to
You
talk in
can't
a
see
moment
what I'm
about what we
looking
talked
at.
about yesterday.
What if you could?
How will I improve if I keep picking new characters? And we'll talk about that in a second. So
JFIF,
the good news is the
I hate
climb
these
to
files.
1,000
God
continues.
damn it.
300.
I gotta
so
hold my
far.
tongue here.
I'm hoping with today's stream we can
Give me a
increase
second.
that dramatically. I really want to hit 1,000 wins.
I gotta convert
maybe by
this.
the end of the month, right? That would be pretty neat. If I could actually hit 1,000 Street Fighter 6 wins by the end of June. I don't know if it's possible. I guess we'll see.
Or are you giving yourself to the end of June?
But
It's
the
a
road
nice
to
round
1,000
number.
continues. All right. So
1,000. That's an interesting
what do
number,
I
isn't
think?
it?
I think that there are characters in Street Fighter 6 that are going to be way more my style. For example, Blanca. He's mixing up. He's got tricky moves. He's got interesting priority. I like that character. Oh, Lily. Completely unique. At first, I thought she plays like T-Hawk. She plays nothing like T-Hawk, but she's got interesting properties. And being a unique character, I gotten better and better with her.
1,000 wins for Pride Month.
Priority with her
It's gonna be
316
fucked up to say
throws,
DSP
but
beat up
also
1,000
good
people
reversals,
with,
decent
during
combo
Pride
ability, good versatility. I'm liking Lily a lot. Dalcine, arguably the hardest character I'm using in the game because he's very challenging to use and he has a lot of bad situations if someone's in his face, but at the same time, if you can keep
Dude,
that
why is it taking so
rhythm
long
going
to convert
with
this
Yoga
file?
Fire and Yoga Flame bouncing across the screen, mixing
still
up
haven't told
with
me.
cross-ups and or combos floating around. He's big maneuverability with him in this one.
Let me
You
use
can
this
really
site.
get stuff going with him, and I actually like the character build, and I like to play a
Yeah,
lot
there
more
we
with
go.
him and get better with him. Okay? Zangief. I mean, does it really stand
Zangief?
to reason here? Did anyone think that I wasn't
Zangief,
going to like
Bobby?
Zangief? Zangief, I've always
All right,
liked
what
in every
is
Street
this?
Fighter game. Now, in this one, he's
What-
a lot
what am I
different,
being said
all right?
here?
And today, I'm actually going to try to employ a couple
It was
quick
nice
strategies
chilling
that I
with
learned
y'all,
watching,
but I don't care
a
enough for
video
this
or two of
drama.
him.
I have actual talent in a
Over the
life.
course of the last few days,
You know where to
since I used
find
him
me if
last,
you like
I'm
my
gonna see what we
stuff.
can pull together.
Be
Maybe I can
free,
actually
my
get
little
some
farm animals,
new
and
good
don't
stuff
get
with
stuck
Zangief
on
today,
level 1 like
in
these
my gameplay.
motherfuckers.
But I like Zangief, but
Oh,
obviously I'm gonna try
no.
him more.
Is she
I don't
done?
know overall if I'm gonna adopt
What
him as one of my
happened?
main characters in Street Fighter 6.
What
but
happened? What
obviously
did
I'm
you
being
guys
the
do?
premier grappler.
What did you do? No, we
I
were
am
just
enjoying
getting
it.
started.
And then, of course,
Oh,
Marisa.
well.
Yeah, Marisa seems like out of all the characters I've played so
press
far,
F, I guess.
may almost be like the
No.
archetype that I'm enjoying the most in the game. Now, I've only picked half the cast so
It's
far.
fucking
but
over.
This is a character who has interesting mix-ups and combos, good punishability, right? Solid moveset.
Ah, she'll be
not
back.
perfect.
This is the
Definitely
this is,
not
this
perfect.
Is fake.
Has a few
This
flaws
is
in her
fake drama.
gameplay. But at
Manufactured.
the same time, I think she's a really solid character that I'd like to play more with. So
Eraser from the collage. Nah, I think we'll keep
it's
her
weird
there
when you
for
look
the
at this
time
stuff
being.
and you're like,
It's
hard
that
to
made her
predict, isn't it?
quit.
It's really hard when you look at this. Like, who would have?
I'll
thought
believe it when
that
I
would have
see
liked
it.
Lily. I know nothing of the character.
This could be
I thought she
kayfabe.
was T-Hawk.
It's like the
Completely
next
different
step of the
build, but I
script.
like the character.
The Vince
right?
wrote it. She's
Who would've
gonna
thought
come
I would've
back.
liked
She's gonna make a
Marisa?
comeback
I don't
video.
know. I didn't know what she was gonna
She's
play
gonna
like.
grab
That's
the
the cool
mic
thing
and
about a brand new
yell,
fighting
"Shut
game
up,
like this with new
bitch! Do you
characters.
know what
You
the
don't know
do you
what's
know
gonna
what the
happen,
farm is cooking?"
And then you play it and you're like, wow, I'm pleasantly surprised with how some of these characters are turning out, right? Now, here's the deal with Street Fighter 6 moving forward. We had a big
Here's the
discussion
deal.
about this yesterday. I actually took in many people's opinions over the course of the last 24 hours, and I'd like to share with you everyone's thoughts. So we had this discussion yesterday on the Level 1 podcast. How do I continue to cover Street Fighter 6? Because there's two schools of thought. School of thought number one is, I'm a variety content creator. I should continue to keep picking new characters, playing for them for one big session, you know, and doing their basics and learning how they play, and then move on to another character until I get through all 18 characters. Now it's 2 weeks in, we've covered half the cast, okay?
Okay. Okay, go on.
Now, here's the thing about doing that. Would there
I think
be a
I'm
variety
Yuri
of
for
content
Ralph.
continuing
And
on
she's
the channel?
Canadian. Well,
Yes. Would
Ralph
you
is
see
Mexican.
different gameplay styles and different characters represented?
They're
and would it be more
equally,
interesting maybe to
they're
the
equal
outsider
amounts
who's
of
just
America
watching Street Fighter
first.
6 for the first time? Yeah, probably it would. But when you're constantly switching your character and you're only playing them for a few hours at a time, you're not going to ever get better at the game or master anything. You understand? Like, basically what'll happen is I'll get a taste for every character, which is great. You need to have an idea of what every character has capable in their movesets, so you know essentially what's coming when they do those moves. You know what they are.
I hate
At
this
the very
Street Fighter
same time,
dominated fucking free
there's no
streams.
way.
There's really nothing
I'm
for me to work
ever
with.
going to get much better.
I want
at
him to
this
stop
game
playing the game
if
as
I
much
just keep
as he
picking new
is.
characters,
Like,
picking new characters.
it should have been
And it's
night moves to night
interesting,
streams
'cause I had a
already,
couple different
especially since he's
people
complaining
who
about
actually gave me some
progressing in the other
perspective
games
on
he's
this in the last
playing.
24 hours.
Talk
One person
about
said the
Zelda
way that
or something,
Maximilian
man.
Dude does it
Something I can
is
actually
he,
sort
when there's
of
a new
work
fighting
with.
game, has something he calls the week of. And so what he'll do is he'll pick a character and say, I like this character, I want to try them for this week, and this is the only character I'm picking in the game this week. So just deal with
yes,
it.
the week of
And he'll sit there
Honda.
and he'll go to the lab and practice with that character, and then he'll go online and he'll try to get better with that character all week long. And then after the week is up, he feels like he's gotten enough of that character that he moves on to another one. Okay? That makes sense. But at the
Doesn't
same
work
time,
for his style
that
of
makes
content.
sense for someone who's guaranteed to be playing this game for months on end. If I was
And
committing to
you're
playing
not.
Street Fighter 6 full time for 3-4 months,
If you're not
then I could use
committing,
each week
then
for
why
one
are
character.
we playing
The
as
thing
much as
is,
we are
I
now?
don't know if I'm going to be doing that much coverage of Street Fighter 6. Right now, the game is hot. Right now, I'm really enjoying it. You're really enjoying it. But what's to say in
I'm
another
not
month or two
enjoying it.
that it's going to have that much interest? Again,
It's kinda
I'm a
run its
variety
course for
content
me.
creator.
I kind of
There
wanted
aren't
to
that
take a
many
back
people
seat
coming
and
to
go
this
away
channel
forever.
just to watch
Not
me play Street
forever,
Fighter
but,
6
you know,
full
make it
time.
Friday
They
night
want to
fights
see
or
me do
something,
other
man.
stuff too. I mean, that whole first week when I was playing Street Fighter 6 so much, people were clamoring, where's Diablo? Where is Zelda?
Hey,
Where's
Ferguson,
other
honestly.
content? We're tired of Street Fighter.
Hello, sir.
Right? So, the way Maximilian Dude covers games and me is different. My audience is definitely different. I feel like if I picked one character, like, let's say that I
interactive
said,
for
this is going to be the
once.
week of Blanca. And all I did
Maximilian
every
Dude's
day when I
audience
played
is
Street
not
Fighter 6 was play Blanca.
interactive, as
2 streams
everyone
in, people would be
knows.
complaining. Oh my god, he's still playing
DSV
Blanca.
is
I
the only
guarantee they
streamer ever to have an interactive audience, and it is exclusively his content alone that is
Again,
considered meaningful
we
by
just
these
have
idiots.
different
No
audiences.
one else can
That's
elicit
okay.
feelings of meaningful content. This is like
So,
only
that's one thing
Phil
that,
can
you know,
elicit
I
this.
get it,
Very cool.
And it makes sense for someone who's doing full-time coverage, but I don't know if it would work for me, okay? Now, another thing someone said is that most of the people who are considering themselves into the game and trying to get better and they want to be pro at it, which I'm not, But the way that they're tracking the game is they're only selecting maybe 2, maybe 3 characters tops. And they've essentially only used them. They labbed with them in training mode.
primary
They went online and they're playing
/main and a
nonstop, and they're trying to
secondary.
find strategies with these characters, and that's their
Tertiary.
focus. They're not. They
Pretty
didn't do
common for
9
fighting
characters
games.
in 2 weeks like I did.
Like I can play Pac-Man.
Instead,
If
they're
you
just
want me to play a
hyper-focused on 2 or
secondary,
3,
I
and then
guess I'll pick
later
Piranha
on, they'll
Plant or
probably
K-Rool.
adopt more characters and try them out. But for now, they're again early game. They're very
It's
focused
not
on
it's
certain
not new or
gameplay,
exciting,
right?
man.
And you know,
You're
that
not
makes sense
special.
to me. Here's why. When I used to be a pro game player back in the day, pro Street Fighter
Big ups,
player,
Ferals. We got some
I had
commands
2
I'm
or 3
testing out.
characters that I
Most of
focused
them
on.
seem to
In Super
work.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo, it was Vega.
One thing is, I got
Balrog,
timers, but
and
the
DJ.
timers aren't progging. Maybe I gotta lower the
Those 3
interval.
characters essentially played very differently. All of them did. And because I had those 3 characters under my belt, in my repertoire, I could basically kind of handle any situation in the game. Whether I was fighting someone that was more defensive, more offensive, or a hybrid, I had something for every situation. You know, a lot of people say, why did you play DJ? He's only mid-tier. Because I was one of the best people using DJ in the world. It allowed me to actually have something that people didn't know how to counter, because most people never fought DJ at a competitive level. And DJ was the character with a fireball that countered things that my Balrog and Vega couldn't, because I had that kind of ranged gameplay. Do you see? So, that's why I did it that way. And that's why I feel like pros are doing it that way. They take 2, 3 characters. Okay, these characters are canvassing all the gameplay styles of the game, and I can alternate between them in a competitive setting, and that's my focus, right? But for me, I've been very unfocused, right? I have 9 characters in 2 weeks is a lot of stuff to cover, and quite frankly, some of these streams, let's be honest, the Mono stream was kind of a waste of time. I didn't really get to learn that much, and come to
Mono's
find out
sentimental,
after I
I
played
guess.
with Mono, she's a character that you absolutely need to play at a high level with a lot of dash cancels and things. Without dash canceling being mastered, she's essentially a bad character. She doesn't have good setups for any of her stuff. It's all about getting a safe hit string into a dash cancel mix up, and after the dash cancel, now you have like an option to select. Without dash canceling, basically nothing she does is safe or a good setup, and she gets stuffed all the time. Well, I didn't know that. So I'm playing with her and getting body, wondering what's going on. Why does nothing seem to work? Why is everyone jabbing through everything I do? That's why. So characters play differently in this game by far, and you know, the character like that probably isn't one that I'm going to do very well with. Did it really make sense to even play with her on that stream? Well, I'll say yes, it was. It did make sense because now at least I know what she's capable of. But at the same time, I doubt I'm ever going to go back. You know, I'm probably not going to be playing that character, right? Anyway, so after having talked with everyone in the last 24 hours and reading all of your comments, because a lot of people have comments on the videos, thank you for that. I've determined that what I think we should do is a hybrid. I don't want to every week be playing 3 new characters. I think it's too much, okay? What I think we're going to do is every week we're going to do at least 2 major sessions of Street Fighter 6.
So we're existing on YouTube for an amount of time.
I'm
only going to do the pre-stream. Once again, only the pre-stream. I don't want to see no gameplay of this shit.
I like Blanca, and I want to get better with him. I've already seen some interesting setups.
I'm so kind of mid on Street Fighter, like funny haha if he loses, but I can't stand the gameplay raw.
And I like Mono.
I'm just gonna lie down.
Excuse me. I like Marisa. Right. I think those characters are my playstyle.
Cool, huh?
Now, I like Zangief, but at this point, I'm not sold yet that he's as good as I would like him to be in the game. I'm gonna play with him some today and see. So he's a maybe, and also E Honda. When I played E Honda, I had no clue what I was doing, nor did anyone know how to counter his stuff. That was like the 3rd day I played the game, if that. So now I feel like if I played E Honda, it'd be a whole different ball game, where I'm gonna have to learn hit strings and things that are safe, because all I was doing was like headbutts and counter moves, and I don't think that's gonna fly if I pick Honda again. So that's what I'm thinking.
Fighter 6 is long to watch. It's hard to watch now.
Dalsim, Marisa.
It's kind of like I said earlier. It's run its course.
With a little bit of
drop it when he drops it.
I definitely want to play Zangief more and maybe Honda more. But I would say characters like JP, definitely not DJ, you know, definitely not Mono. Those are characters that are going to be skips for me that I'm not too interested in. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I want to focus today on a multiplayer session where I'm going to play with Zangief and Marisa exclusively. I'll probably start off with Zangief, play with him for like an hour, hour and a half.
Imagine if you didn't like Street Fighter 6 and you had to sit through this podcast. Imagine,
some wins with these characters if possible. Try to get my
could you imagine being someone that isn't in the Street Fighter and you gotta listen to a full hour of this guy recapping stuff he did less than 24 hours ago as if it was a week ago?
Again, and then you can 2-in-1. And it's also
Hi,
a good
so
setup for
here's
mix-ups,
what
like you can
happened
do that
exactly
with
on
that
my
into,
Street
like,
Fighter
a
6
stream
stream
pile driver. Also, this
yesterday,
medium
in
punch
case
is
you didn't
great
see it.
and leads to an
I
easy
played
combo
as the
into the EX
character
lariat
went
every
on
time.
and lost an amount of time.
So there's a few things I'd like to
and then
try with
I
it today.
won an amount
And
of
Marisa,
times.
obviously I was already
And
doing
if
good
you
with
want to
Marisa
know what I'm
yesterday,
gonna do
I'd like to
next, tune
continue
in
on
to
with
the
that, try
stream
to get better with
today
it
and
today.
tomorrow. I
So
will play
that's
even
my
more
goal
Street
today,
Fighter,
Zangief and
and depending
Marisa.
on what you
But
want
then
about, like,
along
okay,
tomorrow, when I
okay,
come back
I
on
get it.
Friday, what I'd like to do is a stream where maybe I pick the other characters again.
Oh
Maybe
my
I try
God.
Blanca again, and I
This is
try Lily
literally
again,
what I just
and then maybe I
joked
do
about.
another stream later in the week where I try another 2 characters that I've already played. But I don't want it to just
Prestream
be
has become the
me
daily
playing
rap.
characters I've already used. So if there's time, and likely there will be, I'll probably take one stream in the next week where I will try a new character as well. But it's going to dramatically slow down with the amount of new character use. Because how am I going to learn the game if I'm picking 3+ new characters a week and I'm only playing with them once? I'm never going to learn anything advanced to the game or get any better. I'm just going to constantly be at that entry level, right?
Take a sip.
Bloomkid says, but you did good with JP, I thought. I did great with JP. Because JP doesn't really play like a Street Fighter character. He's very different. He's got these projectiles that are mix-ups. A low hit, an overhead hit, a grab, or one that comes out of the ground, and he's got the one that he can set in the sky that comes down. But the thing is, I see... look, here, let me put it this way. JP is so different from any other Street Fighter character. He almost plays like a Guilty Gear character. Okay, just being honest, from what I've seen here.
He didn't even
he's a
play
good
the
character, in
latest
my
Guilty
opinion,
Gear.
but he's a very different play style than everyone else. Like, he's almost like
Oh
you're playing
yeah,
a
but
different
DSP
video
knows
game.
all about
For me
Guilty
to get
Gear.
good with JP, I would have to focus in with him quite a bit, I feel, and learn different
He's a
matchups
Guilty
and setups, 'cause
Gear
each character is
god.
going to be handled differently.
Ask
Some are
him about
faster and can get
Multi-Blood
past
next.
those setups he does to keep away, and others can't. So that would be a lot of character knowledge and a lot of practice, and I don't necessarily know if that's my play style. I don't know if full keep away is my play style.
I love
like,
keep
for
away
example, with
characters.
Dalsim, there's an element of keep away, but then there's an element of mix-ups where you're trying to bounce the fireballs around and land behind with a teleport or hit them with a
Yeah,
quick
exactly. He doesn't
overhead with
play
his
Guilty Gear. Like,
floating.
what is he talking
You see
about?
what I'm saying? I think I like that play style better than just keep away 100%.
Yes,
of the round,
I'm not
stay
a
away
fan
from
of
me.
Mario and
So,
Smash. He plays a lot like Tekken.
I don't know. Like I
What?
definitely did. That's the best character I did. Like seriously, JP, I did the best with, but I think he's actually a character I don't really feel like I want to play again. You know, I'd rather learn how to beat him than how to succeed with him. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And by the way, I'm not saying I'm never picking him again. I'm saying just for now, I don't think he's a character that I want to use again right now. Okay? So there you go. Anyway, so this is my mentality. Today, Zangief and Marisa. Ranked gameplay today. Friday, when I come back, another ranked session, but that's going to be a variety of characters. I'm thinking maybe like Blanca and Lily or something like that. And then probably another session
so
coming up
weird
on
about
Sunday.
JP?
Maybe that'll be like, I don't know,
Idea.
Dalsim and
He
someone
was-
else.
he was interested
but then
in JP
maybe
before the
Monday
game
I pick
came
a
out.
new character, right? We'll see.
If I want to be, if I
That's
want
what
to be a
I'm thinking. I don't
schizo
wanna
about
be
it,
picking new
if you ask for
characters
my schizo
constantly. I'm
theory,
thinking
probably
this
because
next week would be an
LTG
opportunity
uses
for me to try to
JP.
get better with the characters I've already
There's
used
no way it
and
could be
learn more
that.
about them. Fair enough. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that is acceptable to you. I hope that it's not a situation where you're gonna be all upset with me now because I'm not picking new characters constantly. I think that it makes more sense to try to get better at the game at this point. Okay. As for World Tour mode, hey, I played it Monday. I thought it was enjoyable. It seems like
Nobody
a chill
liked it.
mode. It's definitely not super serious.
So we're
There is an element
definitely
of
not getting
challenge
the
to
Luke
it,
session now.
as you're fighting
Even
higher
though we're
level
gonna
enemies that you
grind for
basically do
Luke's
no damage to,
costume
but they do
in
insane
this
damage to
World
you.
Tour mode.
At the same time, it is grindy and repetitive, like I knew it would be. It seems to be like a mode that's more like if we want to have a chill stream, we would play it, but it's not necessarily something that's going to be a major focus for me. So we'll see how it goes. But when will be the next time that I play World Tour? I don't know. Will it even be in this next week? Well, this next week's a shorter streaming week for me. So I don't know. I gotta think about it. We'll think about it together and see when do you want World
When he
Tour
says
to come
shorter
back.
streaming
I would
week,
say
does he
this,
mean like
if
6
we didn't
days?
have 2 late night chill streams of Diablo and Zelda right now,
6
this
days
would be
is a
shoo-in
short streaming week,
for a late
but
night
7
chill
days
stream.
is a
It
long
really would
streaming
be.
week.
Problem is we
What's
already
the
have
norm?
these
The
insanely
norm is
lengthy
6
RPGs
days,
I'm dabbling
but
in
6
for the
days
late
he
night
just
streams,
calls
so
them
we really don't
short.
have that
Unless he's gonna
opportunity to
stream
squeeze
5
it into the
days.
game
I'm
right
thinking
now.
way
See?
too hard about this.
Okay, so good stuff. I hope this cumulative update
Nah, I'm not a fan of any of that.
is a lot of information for all of you. I hope it sounds good. Let's now talk about the schedule for the rest of the week, and go from there. So today, as I already stated, it's going to be Zangief and Marisa, online ranked multiplayer in Street Fighter 6. Probably first half of the stream will be Zangief, maybe second half will be Marisa. and we'll go from there. But it should
Yeah,
be
he
good.
only did a
Hopefully I
half
can get
day
better with these
Sunday.
characters and rack up some
Technically,
wins.
he did the Patreon
Tonight on the
react,
late
so
stream, 6:45
I
p.m.
guess it
Pacific
is
time. It's the
mine
continuation of Diablo
calculating
4.
the amount of work
Last
he had
time
to put
around,
in
we
Sunday.
had major
It
story
wasn't really a
progression, and
half day for
essentially I
him.
was
It
told
was a half day for
I
us.
should really try to focus on just advancing the story for several streams. Because if I can get into like Act 3, then the game really opens up with a bunch of locations and quests and content.
Ah, yes, the
that's
meat of the
meaningful,
game.
As opposed to me right now kind of lingering in the early areas of the game that doesn't have
I love
that much
the
interesting
meat of
stuff
the
going
dingus
on.
myself.
The game gets much better the further in you go. So I'm almost thinking I should listen to people's feedback and just focus on the story for a bit, maybe a few streams, and then slow down a bit and take in the sights, as they say, and try to do more side content. But I think today we actually did open up a dungeon that's going to be significantly good because it's going to buff my build. So I think we will do that side dungeon first tonight, and then we'll continue on with the story for the rest of the stream. Okay? Okay. I'm off from streaming tomorrow, Thursday. When I return on Friday, it'll be more Street Fighter 6, and as I said, I think that stream's going to probably be Blanca and maybe Lily or Dalsim. We'll figure it out. And it'll be me focusing on those characters and trying to get better with them. And then Friday night will be more Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Last night we finished the Goron dungeon, and we're starting up the quest with Impa to basically unlock the locations of all the story in the game. Once we've unlocked those locations, we can focus on getting to those, seeing those story cutscenes, and going from there. There's only one major dungeon left of the big four to do. So maybe we should focus on doing the story stuff first, then we go to there, and then we see
He's
where
gonna
the game
beeline
takes
it.
us, okay?
He already thinks he's
Saturday
in the home
is DSP
stretch.
versus
This
the
is
Internet,
bad
my
thinking
React
for
show.
him. This is
If you're a
probable
member over on
conclusion type
DSP
shit.
Reacts, please post up your clips by Friday night to ensure that they get on the show. And yeah, I can't wait to do it. Every week it's a good variety of stuff. I hope maybe this week, because we are now doing the shuffled playlist, some people may be considering supporting the channel by becoming a member who maybe weren't, or maybe someone was a member and now they'll come back, or maybe you've enjoyed the variety of content I put out for you guys this week on
Hey,
DSP
Trash Man,
Reacts. and you'll
I give a
become member to
classic
support the
Dingus
channel that
scream.
way.
What would you define as
That's how I
classic?
get my major support of the channel, is the memberships, and seeing them dwindle the way they did in the last month and a half, it has hurt the channel, so I'm hoping to get some of that momentum back, okay?
I probably can't though. I'm not feeling
Saturday
it.
night will
I'm
be
not
more
feeling it.
Diablo. And then Sunday,
Not this fucking
more
early,
Street Fighter
man.
6, likely another
I just had
multiplayer
my
stream.
coffee, so I'm kinda-
And then, you know, more Zelda Sunday night. And then Monday,
I'm
Tuesday, as I
just
already said,
vibing.
maybe
I'm
Monday we'll actually
vegging,
pick a
as
new
Ann would
character in
say.
Street Fighter 6. And then Tuesday, we'll just leave it open and see what we want to do. And yes, there'll be more Zelda and Diablo on those late streams. Now, this is all leading
Zelda should
up
be a
to the
daytime
premiere of
stream, but it
Final
doesn't make
Fantasy
money, so
16
he has to
on Thursday,
him and
June
Han be weird
22nd.
about
Yes,
it.
I will be here
Talk
that
about how
day.
it should actually. It makes
and
more sense as
I'm
a
gonna do
night
it as the main
night
gameplay
stream
stream
show.
that day. I'm
Even though we're
undecided if I should
exclusively
play
focusing
it
on
all
story
day, because I
instead of just
could do
running
an
around.
all-day Final Fantasy 16 premiere stream if you guys wanted, but I don't know if you want the game all day or not. I actually have not done much research into the game purposefully because I didn't want to spoil myself on this game. In the case of Final
But why?
Fantasy 15,
You just
when the
didn't
game
have
came
time
out,
to do so.
there had already been a playable demo. There had already been an insane amount of information on the internet, and I kind of already knew the whole game by the time I had played it because it was already all out there. This game, I've actually stayed away, so I actually don't know much about it at all, except people say it looks great. So I'm taking your opinions as fact, and I'm excited to play this game. So I could play the game all day long.
Wouldn't that
Thursday for release
incentivize you
day,
to do
and then kind
an
of mix it
all-day
up and
stream
Friday go
for
back
it?
to Street Fighter. You know what I mean? We could alternate, and that's what it's going to be. The streams are going to be
Dingus is not feeling very
alternation
dingy
between
today.
Final Fantasy and
I
Street
woke
Fighter
up
as daytime streams.
a little bit early, and I
And the
slept
night
a
streams
little
will be
bit late.
alternation
If you
between
catch my drift.
Diablo and Zelda. And that's
Yeah,
for the
I'm 2
foreseeable
out of 5
future,
stars.
because I'm not sure actually when the next major new release comes out. I know it's not this month, and what we're gonna do is during my upcoming marathon
Pick up
event,
Stickman.
which is now called
No, don't pull it up.
DSP's DSP, which
lost.
stands for DSP's Digital Summer Party. This is on Sunday, July 2nd. It's a marathon event, and the first major thing we're going to do during that event, we're going to go through the gaming schedule. We're going to look at all the new dates for game releases that have now been populated over the last week with all these digital events that have happened. And we're going to create a new calendar of games that I'm excited to cover for you guys. We have to pick and choose. We have to, because there's so many games coming out in the months of September and October. There's no way I can cover them all. It's just not possible. So what we're gonna have to do is kind of vote on what's the higher priority games coming out at that time frame, which are the ones you absolutely want to see me cover on release, and what ones can wait and maybe be covered at a later date in slower months, like maybe like December, right? So we're gonna talk about that, okay? By the way, Sean D in chat just said, a whole day is going to be needed for Final Fantasy 16. The prologue itself is 2 hours. The combat gets going at the end of that 2 hours. It is feeling like a great game, but it sounds like it's going to take a lot of time investment to get into it. Fair enough. Then I guess we'll probably do it all day long. How about that? Cool. Okay, so DSP's DSP. We'll sit down. We'll go through the gaming schedule. We'll figure out exactly what's going on. Okay. All right. In the game's landscape. But also, there's much more going on this day. This is July 2nd. Mark your calendars. Be here or be square. That's a really old saying. Not only are we going to do a schedule update, but we're going to be doing some Street Fighter 6 gameplay. Maybe you guys will vote on the characters you want to see me use in Street Fighter 6 that day out of the ones that I've used up to that point. That'd be kind of neat. In addition, I did like 6. I'm also going to be doing a Cheermaker event. It's going to be food related. I'm thinking maybe we can look at American Fair food and rank American foods. Can you imagine a grilled cheese versus meatloaf, right? Or a cheeseburger.
What did I come back to?
Versus good old-fashioned macaroni and cheese, or maybe delicious Southern gumbo from Louisiana against American-style fried chicken. Right? This is interesting. Remember, imagine ranking all those foods against each other. That could be pretty neat. I think we want to do that. Would be a neat one.
All right, yeah. Where's the $200? I did 6 fucking jumping
all the
jacks
barbecue
for you.
food that's notable in America. Oh my God! Every kind of barbecue meat: barbecue ribs, barbecue brisket, barbecue. Oh, oh. Okay. Anyway, so that's going to be something we're going to do during that event.
Barbecue
in addition,
tier list.
My wife is going to be making several recipes during that day of American Fair food, which we'll be tasting live on the show as mini taste tests. So basically, mini versions of like Feasting with Phil. So that's going to be fun. And there'll be some booze, like I usually do for these marathons. I'll have some booze around, and if we get a big contribution, I'll probably take a shot or something like that. We'll see. But there's a lot of potential for a good variety of stuff to happen during the show. It's going to be a fun marathon event. Again, mark your calendars, Sunday, July 2nd. A lot of stuff's going to go down during the show. It's going to be a great one, okay? And so after that, basically, we'll have an idea of the gaming landscape and what exactly is coming out when, and we'll be able to determine, you know, what's going on for the next several months of gaming. And we'll go from there. Okay? I hope that all sounds good to everyone. That's pretty much the plan that I'm going with. Now, we have some shout-outs, a lot of shout-outs to do this morning that I'd like to do now. And then after we get through shout-outs, we'll likely open it up to Q&A, see what you guys want to talk about. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. There's various different news things going on. I'd rather just leave it open for what you guys want to talk about this morning. Okay? Let's get to shout-outs. First of all,
at least
on the
we're
YouTube
skipping
side of
gaming
things,
news.
DZ8 was our first contributor. He gifted a membership.
Even he's feeling sleepy. He didn't want to do game news research.
I don't know who it went to because my thing glitched. If I reload, will it show? It just says he gifted a membership, but it won't show me who it went to. No. So sadly, DZ8, thank you, but I can't see who it went to. I can't see who got it. Congrats to whoever got it. Be sure to thank DZ. And thank you, DZ, for your support of the DSP gaming community. In the last few days, we went up a bunch of memberships, and then we went back down. I think what happened is some gifted memberships from last month expired, then more came to replace, and then expired again. We'll likely have a good amount of viewers today for Street Fighter, so maybe you'd like to consider getting some memberships today if you'd like to support the channel. It might be a good way to do it.
Hello, Yellow Monkey.
Okay. Kyle,
there's gonna be this is a slow, sad Dingus restream.
Or is it £2?
Sleepy, slow, sad Dingus restream.
Who's your favorite character so far? Man.
Waking up early is finally hitting me. I gotta move to Europe like Frog.
Okay.
So restream and the day stream can be more viable.
Who am I doing the best with so far competitively?
I think you're gonna get a gift.
Arguably,
I think I still got a crown over there.
Probably Marisa was the best debut, even though you say JP. Yeah, but JP was like a day one thing where because he was a ranged character, no one knew how to deal with him. Probably if I picked him now, people would be kicking my ass. So I would say out of all the characters so far, I've probably done the best competitively with Marisa. But if you want to talk about like just overall like fun factor, I think that Blanca's the most interesting and fun character because I can do mix-ups, I can do juggles, right? Interesting
you can
stuff.
Spam Blanca
I need to get
ball.
better with him. Like I know a combo where you can cancel to his level 2 super, but I don't know how to do the super after that'll combo and do damage.
How goes it?
So I need to get better with him.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying, but this is rough.
The Blanca gameplay, I think.
I have nothing to add to Ollie talk. If Ollie wants to talk about a Street Fighter, I don't have much to add. I'm sorry.
The thing is, that seems much harder to master. I would say overall
I'm
fun
testing
factor is
commands
Blanca for me,
and timers.
But I think competitively I've done the best.
I think I gotta be a little bit more lenient on the timers.
So thank you, Kyle. Our first super chat of the day. Let's get you up on the leaderboard.
I just want him to end this already.
In all caps, by the way. Now, we have a significant amount of tips to shout out this morning.
Whoa,
so I ask that you all be patient
buddy.
because I have a lot of tips to go through. All right? So let's get started.
Wow.
With these tips. And the first tip that I have to shout out this morning, let me just make sure. What the hell is that? The first tip I have to shout out this morning was a tip from actually overnight, a $10 tip.
Yeah, I know we got a
Lady
half
Charisma.
hour left. That's the
All right,
problem.
so thank you to Lady Charisma for a $10 tip. It's our first one of the day. Like I said, if you guys ever contribute overnight with tips, I count them on the next
Look at that
stream,
animation.
okay?
Why do we gotta put thanks for the support in all the animations? It's already implied when you play the animation and talk about how you got a tip.
So,
he's the only streamer who does this.
Lady Charisma says the following. I'm watching your recap from last night. Right, my recap on the Xbox, Starfield, Ubisoft Forward, and Capcom Showcase event that is now live on DSP.
Yeah, we know. We know.
I want to shed some light on why Assassin's Creed Nexus even exists. So, the MetaQuest 2, which was the VR headset that they showed in the Ubisoft Forward showcase, is actually currently the most popular VR headset. It's only selling for $299 US. According to reports, nearly 20 million Quest headsets have been sold, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I hear shit like that, I don't believe it at all. I just don't. It sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me.
I go out
Where are
to
those
Fred
reports coming
Meyer's.
from? The fucking
I
Facebook
walk
Meta
around. I don't
people?
see anyone wearing a fucking MetaQuest.
2 million people own the MetaQuest VR headset. Really?
Are they
Now,
counting Oculus
honest
headsets?
question for everyone here on my stream. Right now we have around 350 people on stream, and also we're gonna have all the people who are watching on demand, hundreds, if not more, over time. Honest question.
Raise
Today
your
is
hands
June
and say if you
14th,
own an
2023.
Oculus or MetaQuest.
How many of you own a MetaQuest?
I don't fucking care, man. I don't care. Raise your hand. I can't
Okay.
see your hand. Hey, Emerald Elf
Probably
said. Emerald Elf said yes.
Or almost none. Correct? Now,
Doesn't
I
matter
want
if
to
you
think
said
about it
yes.
again.
He's gonna
Ready?
say everyone
Honest
said
question.
no.
How many people do you know in person? Maybe a friend, a family member who owns a MetaQuest.
Do I call early for a wake up time? Probably 6.
Okay?
6 or 7.
So I'm willing to bet just those two questions. 98% of my viewer base is going to say, no, I don't know anyone, I don't have one.
It depends on the
Okay?
day, though. Like, honestly.
How do they sell 20 million units exactly if no one has one? Don't you love these fucking statistics? Because it's all bullshit. How much you want to bet
The
that
world's pretty big,
20
man.
million headsets been sold means 20 million headsets were manufactured and sold wholesale to retailers who were going to sell
There's
them
literally
eventually.
people in the chat saying
It's
they
not
own one.
a consumer
Yeah, Lego man,
actually
but
went
they
and
don't
bought the
count.
fucking
They don't
headset off
count.
the shelf.
One person
It's-
says it, they
it's
don't
sitting
count.
somewhere in
Because
inventory,
people spammed
hoping
the
someone will
no. I
eventually
think
buy it, and they
72
consider
said
that as a
no like
sale.
10 times, so that counts
It's
as
the
the
same
bullshit.
thing with the Game Pass bullshit. And
Look at that.
I love Xbox
He
Game
did the
Pass,
meerkat
but it's
finger.
got to be called out here.
You love Game
Just
Pass.
because someone has Game Pass and downloads a game doesn't mean they bought it. But they count it as a sale. That's not a sale. No one actively said, I will spend to play. That's a purchase. A purchase is not a download, it's an actual spending of something.
He's
But
punching
they
the mic
count
so fucking
downloads
much. Stop.
on Game Pass as a sale when it's
Am I
not.
playing tonight on
It's the
Twitch?
same thing with
The
this bullshit.
return
No, there's
of
not 20 million
Kingdom
fucking
Hearts.
MetaQuest 2 sold. There's not 20 million people who have it in their house.
We beat
Who the fuck
Xenoblade
has this
yesterday.
thing? You
For
know a
good,
single
it's
person?
done.
No.
So, Kingdom Hearts is
Almost
coming
no
back.
one can say yes.
Pretty
It's
cool, huh?
bullshit. They're absolutely positively messing with the numbers to make people sound like this thing is big. The truth is that Meta or Facebook is on a massive decline. Take a look at their actual financials. They're going like this.
What about GTA?
This company is tanking.
I got stuff
Facebook
lined
has
up.
lost
GTA
prominence,
can't
which is why
happen
they
yet.
rebranded
It's
as
gonna
Meta,
happen.
And Meta is failing. This is not a company that is successful. It's successful because Facebook was so big and they made so much money at the time that they're a big, giant conglomerate. But everything that they're trying to do in the modern era
next
is failing.
week is gonna be game
Okay?
redeems, and I
So
got
enough with
something
this
else
bullshit. Oh yeah,
lined
there's
up.
20 million
Like
MetaQuests out there.
we're
Yeah, they're fucking
scheduling
sitting
it.
around
I
collecting
talked
dust.
about
No
it
one fucking
once
has
upon a
this thing.
time.
Okay?
It's
So let's just
finally
get
being
that clear.
scheduled.
I don't care about the bullshit
gonna do
numbers that
that
like to
too.
pull out of their ass, these PR people and marketing people. Oh, we sold 20 million. Yeah,
I don't wanna
it's
spoil
fucking
it in
sitting
case
on a
anyone
shelf
forgot
of a
it.
Walmart shelf
Look at that
in a
bugged
warehouse
out,
in fucking
animation.
Toledo, and no one's buying it. It's just sitting there and it's gonna collect dust.
EW question mark has become a member. It's like you almost get scammed
Now-
on your membership.
Continuing on. With the VR port of Resident Evil 4 becoming the fastest selling game on the MetaQuest, that I would believe, that I absolutely would believe. It's probably the only game people are playing on the damn thing, honestly.
What about
It
Half-Life?
makes sense
Whatever.
that Ubisoft is going to try to cash in, but I do think that this game is going to reek of like a 2018
about
VR
early
game.
being 10 a.m.
But
like
if
Phil would
Ubisoft
say,
does
to be
well,
honest.
it could lead to more AAA devs looking into
I've
the
woken
medium
up at
and
10
innovating
a.m.
with it.
before, but I would never
But you
say
saying
that's an
only rich
early time
players
to
can
wake
play it? I
up.
want to keep the view of someone deep into the VR side of gaming. All right, fair enough.
Haven't you ever heard me
I'll
say I
admit,
feel like
I was
trash if I
completely
wake up
uneducated.
like around
It doesn't
noon
sound
or
like
something?
the MetaQuest is expensive.
Like 10 isn't
It
too
sounds like
far
this is
off
the
from
low-end
noon.
one. This is
Even
the
when I wake up
low-end
at 10, I'm
VR
like, oh
device,
my
correct?
god.
If you want to get into VR and you don't want to fucking take
Why
out
am
a
I waking
mortgage
up at
in order
10?
to afford it,
No.
this is what you're gonna.
I would say
be
the
doing.
sweet spot for me to wake up
You're gonna
where
get
I'm
the
not
MetaQuest
too
Pro or
tired
MetaQuest 2 or whatever the hell it's
and
called. So fair enough.
I'm
I was
awake,
uneducated on that
so
front.
to
I
speak.
thought that it was a more expensive headset.
Maybe between 8:30 and 9:30.
I think you have this mixed up with MetaQuest Pro. That's a high-end version.
That's on like
that's
a day
overkill
off,
for
too.
VR gaming. With each passing year, VR is getting more accessible. It can lead to big innovations in the gaming world. It's never going to replace flat screen gaming, but it's a nice alternative. Thank you for taking the time to read this. The thing that gets me about VR is, did you actually see in the Ubisoft Forward event? I'll be honest, I actually thought it was a very accurate representation of how VR is. It showed a guy by himself in a huge living room with nothing around him to hinder his gameplay playing Assassin's Creed VR. Or what's it called? Assassin's Creed Nexus, I think was the name of it. So just think about that. If I want to play VR, get the fuck out of my house. Because I can't have any distractions, we can't have anything in the way, we can't have anything to accidentally track. You can't even be in the room watching me play VR. I want you on the other side of my house locked away in a closet. So I can play VR in my living room and I don't get anything interrupting my gameplay experience.
Yeah, that's what you say to your
girlfriend. If you're even
girlfriend.
remotely near the
She's gotta
fucking thing, it's
fucking
going to
hit the trail.
malfunction. Right? And I need a giant room. In fact, I'm going to rent out a concert hall to play VR.
All right.
So I
You're
have
taking
the
it. You're
biggest
taking
amount
it
of
too
surface
far. It was
space
kind of
that I can
funny,
use
and then
track
you
it
ruined it.
properly. Like that's VR. In a nutshell, it's ridiculous that all these. Remember the fucking Kinect? Oh my god! And now VR, these VR devices.
I remember
that's
the Kinect.
Not gaming. Gaming is you come home from school or work and you want to escape from this reality. And you want to just sit down and relax and unwind with a game that has some entertainment value. And whether that means it's difficulty, whether that means that it's just chill vibes.
He played VR while sitting down. He has a bad back.
It's addictive.
Have
Whatever,
some
it's an online
empathy,
experience,
idiot.
You team up with a bunch of your buddies and you have a fun social experience. Whatever that may be, it's supposed to be your home. Man, I'm exhausted. What a day I had, honey. I just want to come home and sit down and plop down and say, it's time to relax with some video games. Here we go. It's not supposed to be, I want to come home and play some video games. Clear the fucking house. Here we go. Let me get this giant intrusive fucking Geordie visor on from fucking Star Trek The Next Generation. Get it on my eyes. And now I gotta get fucking 400 peripherals, tape them to my body, and get these motion controls and clear the vases out of the room just in case I get a little bit worked up. And here we go. I'm gonna play some fucking video games today now, motherfucker. It's like, no, that's not gaming. That's a fucking science experiment. You do that in a lab somewhere.
I
You
wonder
don't
if he
fucking do that
puffed
at
his
home and
own
enjoy
neck
it.
oil
It's stupid.
just then.
I had VR and the gimmick died out for me within like 2 months. I was like, this is stupid. I'm getting sick to my stomach. My face is sweating profusely. I can't
That
even
always
talk with my
happens.
stream when I play this game. I'm trying to play it and it's not reacting properly because I don't have a giant fucking warehouse I'm doing it in. This is stupid shit. Okay? One day, perhaps VR will be a prominent kind of gaming. Here we are over 10 years into all the mainstream gaming media claiming that VR would change the future, and it's still
VR
a tiny
is
little
not
niche
going to be the
thing.
next step. But
So,
it's
we ain't
just
there,
going to continue
all
to
right?
exist.
Thank you for the tip.
It's not going to
Thank
go
you for
away.
educating
It's
me
just
on the
gonna be on the side
MetaQuest, 'cause I did not
perpetually.
know that, and I appreciate you
So
calling
DSP
me
can
out
make
when I'm
fun of
wrong
it
on stuff.
perennially.
But I don't think anyone's going to dispute the fact that VR is absolutely, positively, a tiny little piece of the gaming space at this point, right? Okay.
Okay. Now we had a lot of tips.
Let's continue. Okay. The next tip is a $3 tip.
Well, I whispered.
It was
into
also
the
an
microphone.
overnight tip.
It's funny when I do it though. Hello, sir.
Huh?
What?
So I got a $3 tip again from Lady Charisma. It says, please disregard whatever word soup I gave you in your last tip. I had a bit too much to drink when celebrating my anniversary and I'm paying for it in the morning. Your tip was incredibly intelligent and incredibly well worded and actually taught me something. You have nothing to apologize for. In fact, your tip was more well worded than most tips I get. In fact, you know what? Why don't you drink more often and tip me? Because that was a really good tip and I got a lot out of it.
Time tip.
Here you go. I'm
You're telling
advising
me
you
it's
to get
time to
drunk
tip,
more.
Jade?
Okay, that was good. Thank you for the $3 tip, Lady Charisma. All right, no need to apologize there. Very good. Okay.
Yeah, that was
then
a
we
Jade
have a
sneak
tip,
diss.
a $29.99 tip.
Whoa,
And
$29.
Can you take a wild guess who this tip could be from?
All right, Game
Well,
Tracker.
You're absolutely wrong. It's from guys named Joe Splamoni from Hoboken, New Jersey.
Game
I'm just kidding.
Tracker.
That would have doxed him anyway. This is from Game Tracker.
Why do we gotta
And
make
it's
a
a
game out of this
$29.99
now?
tip, but as usual, I count it as a 30.
No one else does this. Oh, I got a tip,
If you
guys.
wanted to see
I
that
got a
Street
tip.
Fighter
Who's it
animation,
from? Who's it
I'll
from? You
give him
guys
the
want to
pen. I'll
know?
front
You
him
guys
the
want to know
pen.
who's from?
Okay.
No, I don't actually. And I want him to
Excuse
go
me.
away. Actually.
So thank you, Game Tracker. By the way, no, Joe Splamoni's not a real person. If someone's that dumb, I made it up. Okay.
Oh, he's
so
afraid.
Game
He's
Tracker says
afraid of the
following.
clip channels.
Wow,
DSP
World
Docs
Tour
is
Mode
a
actually looks super
viewer.
fun. I never found that Yakuza games to be my cup of tea. in the
DSP
slightest.
Docs is viewer live.
So hearing that World
Joe
Tour
Splamoni.
is compared to them so much made me feel wary. But you know, I gotta say, watching you play it made me feel that I actually want to do so myself.
Remy. That's a command too. Moron.
Perhaps I will someday, but I have too many games I'm playing right now already. Anyway, unsurprisingly, I do have some tips regarding World Tour, but I'm going to save them for the next stream when you play it. Fair enough. When will I be playing it next? I don't know. Maybe next week sometime. See, next week is a shorter week. It's only a 5-day streaming week for me.
Oh,
So I'm
5
almost
days?
thinking
Okay.
maybe that's not
He's
the right week to do it. Or maybe
semi-justified
it is.
calling
We'll
it a
think
shorter
about it.
stream week.
People seemed to think that World Tour was passable for a chill stream. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. I know right now people are really craving online play, so that's what I'm giving them. So thank you, Game Tracker. I appreciate that, and we'll see as we move forward, you know, what happens there further. Okay. Then I received a $6 tip from Game Tracker.
Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
So now we're at
Can't wait for this
$49
fucking
in
book
tips.
report that's gonna come out.
There we go.
Only my book reports
Okay,
I
thank
was
you, Game
listening
Checker.
to.
Game Checker said the following. Let's talk about Minot. This character really confused me when I first saw her gameplay. She has long legs and such mediocre pokes. I also don't believe she has a single move that has frame advantage on block, not counting jump-ins and drive views. Exactly, that's what I was finding. Is that she has all these target combos and all these setups, but none of them give her advantage. So every
Gambling
time she does one,
values
everyone
should
just
be the
mashes
same as
jab
they are on
through. And I was
Twitch.
like, what am I supposed to be doing here, right? In order to create offense from neutral, she has to rely on a move that makes her zoom forward with either a double sweep, double kick, or an overhead kick, only the last which is safe and only if properly spaced. Yeah, Zangief has to guess over
Hey,
and over to
Dincoin
get
is
in,
so
but
low
Minot's approach
now,
feels
just
so
a
much
couple
more
of
finicky.
gambles, and he could be
Yet
through
she's
the
still
roof.
clearly a good character. Anyway, I do have one tip for playing her, something that I see ranked Manon players doing very consistently is her overdrive
pick.
anti-air, which is her 2-hit kick, into her hit grab. I'm guessing it's the low punch or light punch hit grab since that's the fastest non-overdrive version. It's a big deal. It means she can convert any anti-air into increasing her metal level. Fair enough. See, I was doing the anti-air into the double kicks because that hits from like almost anywhere on the screen. I think if you want to convert into the grab, you have to be a certain distance, and I wasn't good enough to do that. That's actually good advice though, because you're right. Any anti-air, you immediately increase your throw level. That could make sense. Yeah, but no, that's what we were discovering. And like I said, after I played with Minot on Sunday, I ended up getting the feedback from my viewers. So someone actually left a big comment saying, yeah, Minot literally is 100% an unsafe character with no good setups. It's all about dash cancel. The only way she has any advantage is dash cancel. So you have to basically learn the character, then immediately lab with her to learn the dash cancel setups that give her the advantage for mix-ups. Without that, you're boned. So, there you go. Okay, continuing on. I got another $6 tip from Game Tracker. It's a $6 tip from Game Tracker. Thank you so much, Game Tracker, for all of your support of Street Fighter 6 as usual. With that tip,
as
we
per
have pushed
usual,
ourselves
the
to the Gunnar Glasses
expected
goal
but not
already before we even
warranted but
started,
not
which is
demanded
absolutely
tip,
excellent.
but the expected
So thank
tip
you
that I
very,
saw
very
coming. Thank you so much for that support.
very much for
I hope
that.
to see it continue in the coming days as I continue to
we're at-
deliberately schedule Street Fighter during the day stream when you are able to tip overnight so that I can talk about it during my
should be at
pre-stream
55 with
when
that
I talk
$6
about
tip.
nothing
55.
else because I have nothing
Can't
else
do
going
any
on in my
math
life besides Street
Apologies.
Fighter, so I can annoy all the restreamers who hate Street Fighter and hate the deluge of Street Fighter.
So, he says,
Street
now
Fighter,
let's
Street
talk
Fighter,
about
Street Fighter,
Marisa.
Street Fighter. I'm
Quite
like the
interesting
Grinch
how well your
talking
first
about
session went with
noise,
her. Maybe
noise,
all this time
noise,
you see
noise,
your
all the
character with built-in
noise.
Anti-drive impact mechanics. Now, you know, I know it's not that simple, but it certainly seemed to help. I wonder what else it was about her that gelled with you so well. Oppressive normals, perhaps.
I am ready for more salt.
She's the polar opposite of Minot with her abundance of ways to create frame advantage on block. Almost every single one of her heavy normals can be charged to do just that. And those I weren't using. I was using standing roundhouse, but I wasn't charging her heavy normals, which I guess is good for mid-range. Anyways, tips. Number 1, use down and heavy punch with neutral jumping. Okay, see, I didn't know that. That's her good neutral jump move, down a heavy punch.
I want to toss you through it.
You can only use it during a neutral jump, but it has a giant hitbox even hitting behind her. Okay, fair enough. I will use that today because I couldn't figure out what was the good neutral jump attack. Number 2, try using her level 1 super as a reversal. If you hold the button and your opponent hits you during the windup, it gets a different animation and bonus damage. Right, similar to holding the button with her Gladius. And so you're saying try as reversals and see what happens. Okay. Number 3, her counter move may be the good answer to neutral jumps when you're cornered. I think it is. Because when people are trying to lock you down in the corner, I call it squaring up. I forget what the game calls it. It's quarter circle back and kick. It puts you into this defensive, like, square up position where it absorbs a hit or 2, and then you can counter either with a throw, a smash that leads into a 2-hit combo, or a low kick. And what I found is if I absorb a couple hits, she kind of recovers from it, and then you have an option select. So I like that. It was getting me out of corner situations. I'm going to probably try to use that more often. And then number 4, remember you can hold the button to maintain the counter stance. Correct. And I was using that in the corner. I gotta find better setups for her.
Does Game Checker even actually have Street Fighter?
Thank you very much, Game Checker.
All I hear is what he sees from other streamers and what he sees off guides, and he's trying to help DSP that way.
And this one actually
I don't
come in this
see
morning.
anything that suggests Game Checker actually plays this game.
So let's see.
Maybe I zoned out and he said, "Oh, I'm playing this like this."
As an anonymous tipper says, "What is your opinion on credit cards? I always associate them with debt and excessive spending. I hear the rewards can be lucrative if you don't carry a balance." You know, here's the thing. There's no actual universal answer to that question because there are a ridiculous amount of different credit cards and different credit options out there. I know for a fact.
Game Checker never said what his favorite character is.
There's credit cards you can get. All right.
He should do like he does to
you can only have
Purple
them
Pickle. That guy's still around, right?
You maintain a balance in an account
why
somewhere.
don't you, if you have a question for me, let me ask a question for you.
Draw the money out of, okay?
Who's your
Then there's
favorite
credit cards that are
motherfucker?
essentially credit that you rack up, and there's an interest rate associated with it.
Are you talking about credit
Some of them
cards?
are much better than others. Some of them have introductory rates that are great. Some of them have promotional things like, oh, I transferred a balance from another account to this one, and now I get no interest charged for 6 months.
Balances,
and stuff
huh?
like
You know all about that. What?
And you're absolutely right. There's certain credit cards that if you have them, you can get benefits. So for example, if you purchase a certain kind of product, you'll get a warranty on the product. If you purchase travel tickets, you get some kind of a contingency backup if something gets canceled or whatever. You can get travel miles. If you spend, you know, a certain amount of money on the card, you get points towards a rewards program or a loyalty program, and that can be redeemed on items, on tickets, on different things. But ultimately, they're all reliant on you actually racking up debt on the card. There's no credit card out there that's going to benefit you with any of those things unless you spend money on the card and you owe. And now it's up to you to be responsible to make your payments on time and to make sure that you pay off your entire balance before any kind of promotional rate runs out and they start charging you what's called revolving interest. Interest on a credit card is far worse than interest on anything else. A car loan, a mortgage, anything like that, very different than interest on a credit card. Interest on a credit card can literally kill you. And this is what happened to me. I can tell you from personal experience, this is what happened to me, is when I moved out here 9 years ago, a lot of my move was financed by credit. And my idea was that I was going to take promotional rates on credit cards and shuffle them around for like 4 or 5 years and slowly pay down all the balances on everything until it was all paid off. What ended up happening was in 1 year moving out here, so much awful trolling and things happened to my business that my income went from up here to down here.
Some other Street
and
Fighter
when
one
my income was essentially halved, I couldn't afford to stick on that plan
Thought we
anymore.
had enough shirts.
So now what happens? Well, I'm just going to make a minimum.
Like we had enough
That's all I
hats,
can afford.
suppose.
So what happens? Interest rates skyrocketing, money, you know, owing and incremental interest on everything. It's just insane what happened, and I couldn't keep up with it anymore.
Sadly, I don't own any
to the point where I was making
fucking
minimum
debt,
payments on every
so,
single debt I owed.
don't have nothing to say about
and
this.
It was like
I was about to say I
borrowing
don't
from
own any
Peter
shirts.
to pay Paul.
That
You
is
ever heard
somewhat
that
true, considering how
term?
often I go
I'm
shirtless.
taking out debt here to pay the debt I owe over here,
Not
so
that you
they'll
see
stop
that.
bothering me. But now they're going to start bothering me because I took out debt over here.
I mean,
You understand?
as a shy guy, I
Anyway.
wear robes.
With all that going on, all I can say is there's nothing wrong with credit cards, but they are incredibly tempting because when you have one, you think I can spend it all and pay it later. That's really not how it works. You're going to be spending a lot and then some of anything that you spend on a credit card, unless you're in some really like unique promotional situation. I don't recommend anyone rack up credit cards. I don't recommend anyone take out a bunch of credit cards. It's just not good. All right. It doesn't matter what anyone says. It's funny because there's services out there that say,
Yeah, this is the expert. I'm gonna let the expert speak, so I don't have to. I know nothing, right?
Right.
At least we only
but
got
anyway,
what 10 minutes. 10 minutes is some
I'm just telling you
change.
from my own personal experience, but if you are dead set on selecting a credit card, find one that's going to have benefits you like. You know, like I said, every one is different. Some of them have loyalty programs. If you're a traveler who travels all the time, some of them give you like a ridiculous amount of points on purchase of plane tickets and stuff like that. So it's worth it to look into that stuff, okay? But overall, yeah, credit cards are pretty much the worst debt you can take out. They really are. They're a trap.
Why would you listen to a guy talk to you about how he got into debt
end up screwing yourself over for many, many years, like I
and then
did.
take
So
his
I would
advice
say
on
be very careful
credit
with
card
what you
usage?
do with your credit. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I received a
$2.
$2 tip.
Oh, dude, I was right.
From
Yes.
B-Boy Cyclone. He's like, until you haven't played VR in forever, most games in VR cannot be played sitting down. You don't need to have a huge room anymore. Same goes with PSVR 2. I've played Resident Evil 8 and Horizon Call of the Mountain on my couch.
Oh
I don't have a large
no,
living
the
room space.
debunk.
I mean, that's good to hear.
The debunk.
That's excellent.
Wrong.
Because they need
I'm still not
to
gonna
have
play it though.
Improve to that point. Remember when I had VR, most of the games I played had issues, right? I had to stand up to play most of them. As I was standing up, it wasn't
The
tracking me properly.
debunk. Put him on blast.
It was always having
However,
issues. Remember the Batman game where I couldn't even reach things on the screen that I needed to advance? My hand couldn't touch them. And I'm in a room here. It's not even like, oh, I'm in a tiny closet or anything. I was in a room and it wouldn't even track you properly here. But I'm glad to hear that they're making advancements.
Oh, so you did no research on VR? You just skimmed the headline?
Let's see here.
No take on it. Just read next fucking tip, I guess. Whatever.
So Sean
Whatever
D
gets us to the end
had
quicker.
gifted a membership to Zen Shuriken. Thank you,
Fuck that guy.
Sean D,
He's lame.
for helping the community out, and congratulations to Zen Shuriken. Be sure to thank Sean for the gift. QWERTY also became a member and re-upped his membership for 2 months. As the source on all of this is trust me, bro. So I think that was our VR discussion earlier. Okay. Okay, so we do have a few minutes left here. If anyone would like to tag me in the chat and ask me a question on anything, it could be anything related. Let's just have a little bit of fun, chill discussion to end our show before we jump back into the competitive world of Street Fighter 6 today, shall we? 672 says, is Jin your favorite Tekken fighter? Jin? You mean Jin Kazama? No. Jin... Who's Jin?
Tekken?
Jin is the son of Kazuya, correct?
Yes.
No, actually, I don't really like the character that much. No, my favorite Tekken fighters have always been King and Paul, with a little bit of Yoshimitsu and Lei Wulong mixed in there. Okay, Jeremy, I have no idea about move frame options in training mode. We haven't even dabbled in that. Willow, I actually live in the pyramids. If you didn't know, I'm actually broadcasting straight out of the Great Pyramid of Giza right now. I didn't know if you knew that. I miss Kevin Conroy too, Kagome. He's a great voice actor. Thoughts on Starfield? I gave my full thoughts on Starfield in my recap reactions video that I put out last night on DSP Reacts. Go check it out. That's what I'm going to say. We're not going to talk about it here. Am I Xbox only or do I have a PlayStation? I've got Xbox Series X and PS5 and Switch. So I have all three major consoles right now. Yes, Jade, it's Marisa and Zangief today. We'll start with Zangief, see how I do, and then we'll swap to Marisa at some point. Tub says Armored Core 6 released gameplay trailer today. Do you have an interest in the game? I don't know because I don't know anything about it. Maybe I'll check out the trailer and then I'll formulate an opinion. CJ, I'm doing pretty good today. Thanks for asking. What's happening in Street Fighter 6 again? Today it is Zangief and Marisa in ranked games.
Sorry, my attention is kind of diverted right now because of this boring ass Q&A.
The most important part of developing an online community around streaming video games. You know, honestly, for me,
multitasking.
It's having a place where people can come and chill and talk and feel like they're not going to be, how can I say, bullied or railroaded into thinking one way or being made fun of. And also, it's the idea that we can all come together and have a relaxing time together and escape the stress of our real lives collectively, right? When you come to this stream, you're not coming to this stream for a bunch of drama. You're not coming to this stream for a bunch of stupid shit. You want to see me play a game, laugh at if I'm doing good or bad, you know, have fun conversation around it. That's what it's all about. That's the community aspect. Before I wanted to formulate a community like this, and it was just about me playing games, it was the Wild West out here. There was always people over trying to cause drama and shit, but over the last several years, that's all gone. You know, I don't tolerate that shit anymore. Who do I want to play with the most out of the characters I haven't played with yet?
That's a good emote combo.
Mem.
You, Rue.
Oh man,
I'm
I'd have
the
to think
one.
about that, and I'd have to look at the roster really. If you're looking at like the original Street Fighter cast, honestly, like Ryu and Ken are always gonna be there for me to go to, and I think I'm interested in them the least. I would say maybe I want to play with Chun-Li and Guile again because Chun-Li seemed like she had really big potential in the beta, but I didn't get to play with her that much. Guile was the strongest character in the beta overall, from what people said. And now that I'm actually seeing people play him in the final game, I kind of agree. He seems like insanely good defense. Like, really hard defense to crack. So that might be another character I want to play with. Outside of that, like I think like the other characters, like Jury, nah, Kimberly doesn't really interest me. Jamie at this point doesn't really interest me. You know, I'm thinking all the other characters like, nah, I like to learn how to fight against them, but I'm not necessarily looking forward to trying to figure out how to use them. Oh, I absolutely need to play with Cammy. Cammy seems very strong in this one with mix-ups and high combo ability. So I absolutely should try to play with her at some point too. So there you go. Cool shirt. Thank you, Max. My wife got it for me. B-Boy, I know I misnamed my video. It's named correctly as of this morning. It was absolutely misnamed last night. And I already explained on this show why. It was because I was clicking to save the settings from the other things in the playlist.
This is your controversy for today. He
two videos with identical
spelled
names.
the name of the
I
video.
changed the name of it now, so now it should say DSP's recap reactions on Xbox, Starfield, Ubisoft
Oh
Forward,
boy,
Capcom
I should have
Showcase
did this
2023.
Thursday
That's what it should say.
when he had a day off to talk about. Wait, tomorrow's Thursday. I meant Friday. You know what I mean? Unless you don't.
Nosy Real Vibes says, I hope we'll get more World Tour. I love that portion of Street Fighter 6. I would say eventually we will, but it's just not the focus of the game. It's meant to be like a side thing, and right now I know people are craving to see me focus on getting better at the game and play competitively, so that's going to be my focus. Maybe we can squeeze in a stream of it in the next week, we'll see, but it's something I'll go back to when we have time. If we didn't have 2 late-night chill stream RPGs of Diablo and Zelda going on right now, I absolutely would be playing World Tour as a late-night stream. But we just don't have time right now because we've already got too many things we're juggling. They all came out at once. Okay.
Over half his shirts are
When
brought
am I
by
releasing
Ket,
the
or once
Final
he got
Fantasy
his gifts,
13
go back
playthrough?
and
We
see
already
again,
had
though.
this discussion. The discussion is,
You know what?
no
I
one
think I
seems to
remember the
agree
Stone Cold shirt.
that I should
That
be
one's not
releasing
new.
those old classic lost media DSP videos to DSP Gaming.
You've been good
That
on
wouldn't make
archiving shit
sense
lately, Ziggy. I
to
gotta
do
say.
that.
Big
Simply
ups.
because DSP Gaming is new content, and putting old style content on the channel would flood it and people would be
My
upset.
dumbass, they keep
So what
track
we're
of what
discussing is
shirts
a way
he's
that I
got.
can distribute it and it won't affect this channel. Maybe I could rebrand KO Gaming as DSP Classics or something like that, and then we could have a channel
I prefer
where
expand on classics.
I can put out those classic playthroughs, but that's something we're gonna do when there's downtime. There's no downtime right now. We're super busy. I was actually thinking about maybe doing it during the summer months, having a situation where I rebrand the channel, relaunch it, have classic content showing up over there. But right now, it's just not my concern. So, am I worried Street Fighter will lose its luster like Zelda or Diablo? Seems like it's very mainstream right now. Here's the truth. It absolutely will. It absolutely, positively, 100% will lose its luster over time.
What?
It's
No
not going to always
way.
be white hot popular. But
This
here's
can't
the
be
thing.
happening.
If the
Street
fighting
Fighter
game
Bros?
is good, if people like to see me play it, and I want to stay consistent,
Yeah, we got
decent
the we
at
got
it,
the
I can
it's a
do it as one or
BSB.
two
We got the
streams
black
a
shirt
week.
on because
We
of
could have Friday
yesterday.
night fights.
Last night Zelda
We could
scared him
have
too
like
much.
one more night session, do like 2 Street Fighter streams a week where I just dabble with a couple characters, try to maintain, try to get some wins, and that's cool. That's a good way to keep it going. It doesn't always have to be, oh, it's the daytime stream 3-hour session or anything like that. Once I know a character, I could jump in and play them at any time, any amount of time. Right now, the problem is I'm just trying to learn these characters, so I need these longer sessions, you see? So I agree with you. I don't think at all that this game is going to stay as popular as it is right now. Plus, there's other fighting games coming out this year, Mortal Kombat 1, Tekken 8, that are also going to take prominence when those come out. So, but I would like to keep it, you know, going as long as you guys are enjoying it, right? Okay. Why can't I use Darkside Phil? The original Darkside Phil channel is so old, and it really just sits there as a repository of my original content. I don't want to change it. I just want it to sit there and be safe. I'm afraid if I do any changes to the original Darkside Phil channel, I don't want it to go away. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if the
champ is here.
I start uploading over there, and all of a sudden videos get flagged and shit gets fucked up. That channel, it's beautiful because it stands there. Exactly. It's like, as Booker just said, it's like a time capsule. It literally is. That's my content from 2008 through the early 2010. It's like 2 years of content. It's the original content I ever made.
The King of Hate HD unblocked. What happened with that? It seems like a recent thing. Ann was looking at it the other day.
To be there and stay there and not be messed up.
It was like there one day, and then it wasn't the next.
If I'm gonna upload new content, I want it to somewhere that's a more active thing and something that I'm gonna mess with. I don't want to be messing with the classic thing that's sitting there as a.
Dude's got like 10 fucking channels he could use besides Darkside Phil.
Dragon Lord Gusidusax re-upped their membership for 4 months as monthly reminder to play Fallout 4 again. We likely will. Once we get more information about a new Fallout game, I'll probably replay Fallout 4. Brad Buxer re-upped their membership for 16 months at the Ultra level. Thank you so much. Do you remember which characters you enjoyed the most in Street Fighter 4? Hakan, who I associated you with most. In original vanilla Street Fighter 4, at launch, it was Honda, and then I changed over to Blanca. Then it became Balrog, and then over time, I dabbled out a little bit more with various characters.
Oh, we didn't accept the new toss. Yeah, okay. I had heard something about that yesterday, matter of fact.
I got better with Ryu over time.
Why doesn't he just do that?
With other iterations, I would say with
Can he not log into it anymore?
It was
I forgot my password.
Hakan and Jury were the two that I really liked the most in Super Street Fighter 4. But then after that, I really didn't play it actively that much anymore because what happened was I was becoming way more of a prominent content creator on YouTube. People knew me as the big gamer who played the games on release day and everything, and I was the variety guy. And so when Street Fighter was coming out, I wasn't necessarily covering it as much. You know, every version of Street Fighter 4, there was Vanilla, there was Super, there was Super Arcade Edition, right? And then there was
talk
Ultra.
about that crotch
So by the time the
did.
Arcade Edition came out like 2 years later,
Oh, you can, but
I was already so busy in 2011 with all these mainstream game playthroughs. I was traveling and going to conventions. I was working on side projects and things. I wasn't so concerned with just sitting here playing every character in a fighting game anymore. And I remember, I don't think I even really covered Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition that much. If I remember, I didn't like it because I think Fei Long, they had buffed him so much that he hands down became overall insanely safe and just not fun to play against. The game was so unbalanced, they fucked it up.
I think he wants to keep the videos hidden, but I have to
when that game came out, I really didn't even mess around with it. And then after that, I kind of just barely covered, like Ultra Street Fighter 4, I think I barely touched it all, right? So, yeah, I would say only really those were the two iterations that I cared about. And yeah, I would say probably at the end there, Hakan was the funniest character that I played with. He was such an oddball character, and I was actually doing really good with him. Oh, let's see here. Marxist Carl to the Super Chat says, weekly reminder for a Catherine Redemption run. No, I already told you guys I'm never playing that game again because I don't like the gameplay of it. Story's pretty interesting. Anime-ish style like Persona's interesting, but I don't like the gameplay.
He did play Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Because of that,
I guess it's fair to say he didn't play much of it. At like what, 44 parts?
Oh yeah.
Each
CJ
like
says they balanced
anywhere
Blanca and
between
Sagat in
2
Super
to 3
Street Fighter
minutes.
4. Yeah, in Super, basically
It's
Sagat's insane overpowered nature from Vanilla was massively balanced, and a lot of people ended up dropping the character because of that. They're like, oh, he's not OP anymore. Let's drop him and go to who's OP now. Okay. No, M. Bison is not currently planned to be in Street Fighter 6 at all. Maybe that'll change in the future with the future DLC, but right now he's not in it, and he's not going to be in it. So, am I ever going to make a club in Street Fighter 6? You know, I don't really know what the clubs entail. I don't feel like a club would be
No,
beneficial
the answer is
to
no.
me anyway,
If it's
right now.
this far
And,
into
if a
release
club
and we don't
would
got the
require any
DSP
kind
club,
of moderation or whatever,
it's not gonna happen.
I'm not dealing with that. Also, there's the whole fact that I think to be involved with any of the social aspect of Street Fighter 6, you need to have
The
a
Capcom
public-facing Capcom
ID enabled,
And as
and
you
he
saw,
just disabled
they fucked up the
his.
Capcom ID system, where if you're public, people can just spam you with friend
Get
invites
scammed,
constantly.
idiot.
And there's no way to turn it off unless you
member
block them,
nights for
in which
you.
case now you can't be publicly facing anymore to do
They
anything.
screwed it up.
So it's almost that. I think the
They
Capcom ID
failed
system, they fucked
miserably.
It all up.
It was atrociously bad.
They kind of had a good
It's not
idea,
a
but they didn't
virally
test it to
popular
see if it was
feature.
abusable. It's
Everybody
massively
hated it.
abusable, and therefore,
Not
no,
just
I don't think that it's
abusable,
very
massively
viable,
abusable.
which is sad. But you know, what are you gonna do, right? So
Right.
I don't think that a club is really gonna work, unless it's easier to handle than I'm led to believe. Like I
Can this
said, I don't
frog
have
at
time
least
to
make
kinda
a
sit around
lobby?
and
The
do stuff with
fuck?
clubs? So
Just make a lobby. Lobby password protected. Sure, it's gonna leak out.
Drew
but
says, "What's a character I hope that will come to Street Fighter 6
I
that
don't
hasn't been announced
fucking
yet,
know.
other than Bison?"
You want me to run your fucking
Yeah, I
stream
had to
for
think
you,
about
man?
it, because honestly, for me, I would prefer new characters.
Gold
I
Dust
would prefer
today?
Totally new
Not
character
really.
designs than
Talked about Street
arbitrarily
Fighter
let's
6
just
for
bring
the
back another
last
character
hour.
from the Street
I don't
Fighter
got time for
franchise
this, man.
and toss them in. You know what I mean? Like, we've done that already. Like, I feel like Street Fighter 4 and 5 both did that. In Street Fighter 4, they brought back all like the Third Strike characters. In Street Fighter 5, they brought back a whole bunch of Alpha characters. I'd rather have someone new. That's a whole new character design that's unique and interesting than a return character just for the sake of it. So, there you have it. All right, guys. I think it is time for us to end the show. Great show.
Oh, thank
Thanks
God.
for listening. Thanks for chilling. Thank you for
Thanks for wasting
a
literally
great
everybody's time.
week-ending podcast. I hope that
Literally
you
a waste
enjoyed
of my
it.
time.
Thanks to those who obviously supported it. And
As they say.
thanks for a great week. Overall, I felt like this was a really solid streaming week of great content. I hope that you all had a good time with me. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, but when I come back on Friday, I'll get you
Thank
caught
the
up on
Lord.
everything going on. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Okay, so guys, here's the deal.
No.
I have to use the restroom.
Yes,
And
yes,
I figure
yes,
I should get
yes,
this done before we get started
yes.
with competitive gameplay. It is going to be a few minutes.
Why am I
gonna
excited
take
about
a
that?
brief commercial break.
You may ask,
To
because
do
I
this,
will
and
not
when I come
have to
back,
listen
it'll
to
be
him
Zangief first,
within the next 10 seconds.
and then it'll be Marisa second. Like I said, I saw some things with Zangief that I'd like to try. Like his low medium punch seems to be really good for combos. His standing heavy headbutt seems to be really good for mid-range, safe move to do over and over. Sometimes it can combo into itself, which is kind of cool. So I'd like to try these things out with Zangief, and then we'll switch to Marisa after. But I gotta use the restroom, alright? So let's take a few minutes break,
let me go.
and I'll
I
be
gotta
back
go use the restroom.
with Street Fighter 6 ranked online gameplay in just a sec. Thanks for understanding.
Oh my god, I'm sorry guys, but that was bad. I'm actually sorry for making you guys watch that. That was one of the slowest zombie pre-streams in a while, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I booted up this loser L stream to not have a take on anything, because he had no takes on anything. I had nothing to work with. He gave me nothing. I'm like the kid in Oliver Twist begging for one more bowl of soup. Not even one more bowl. I want like a droplet of soup. And I got nothing. I got nothing. The ladle, he tipped the ladle over like a droplet of nothing. One droplet of soup. And it wasn't even good soup. It was fucking penne. It was broth from a penne. A bit of penne. And it was dry. It was dry and crunchy. It's a bunch of Street Fighter shit. I don't give a fuck about Street Fighter. This shit should have got banned ages ago. Yeah, crumb of the soup, if you will. The penne absorbed the one droplet of broth, and it was let out in the sun. It crumbled, and that was the penne I had to eat today. Crunchy, crusty, dried out penne. Wasn't tasty in the least. Now he's gonna boot up and play a game and lose and get mad. Right after going up the Percy fucking highway. But back in 2014, Dave said don't send him fake news because he'll believe it. But that's not true today. Don't you know he reads all gaming news before he starts the stream? That's why today he said there was no gaming news, and he would just rather do Q&A. You tell him the news. Ah, yes, the onus of responsibility of getting news articles forwarded to the viewers once again. You got even more homework. It's not even homework, it's classwork, because class is in session. It's not in session right now, it's recess. This is recess. But, dude, that was bad. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry I picked today to restream. And I'm sorry I didn't have the energy. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry the content fucking sucked. What's up, Bayshot? It came at the worst time. I think we're gonna close it here. This shit sucked. I give this Prestream a 2 out of 10. Don't worry. We'll be back on Twitch, stronger than ever, later today. You need to be up in 5 hours, lol. Yeah, it might be time to hit the hay. Maybe I'll take a nap or something, or get something to eat. I didn't eat anything today. Bad. Alright, but Tevin's gonna... Tevin? Yeah, Tevin. Yeah. Tevin's awake? Yeah, he is awake. Okay, Tevin and Frogger are gonna watch the gameplay. And by watch, I mean they'll have it on while doing other stuff, which is the only way you should handle whatever he does. You stayed up for this? I'm sorry. Got back from the zoo with my kids, so glad I missed it. Hey, Vic Ups! Finally! Someone here went to the fucking zoo. Sadly, guys, I'm gonna wrap the stream up there. Thanks for stopping by! Thanks for testing out the commands! Stream's over, you can go home now! Big ups to the only ones who made it to the end. Like, Yellow Monkey, Rummy, Bayshot, Ziggy. The Ziggy Piggy is here. Sparrow's Anonymous, Rebot, Guy with 2 names, Strumbles. Streamlabs, thanks for putting in the work. Cerulean. Expand Dog, dude, that's me. UNFW. Captain, Lego Man, Trash, Space, Man. The Trash Man, not a spaceman. Golem, Brian, Double A. I'm just rolling up here. And Rydrake. And Revy. I think that's everyone. Alright, the tests have gone, they've been successful so far. We'll continue to do more YouTube tests. And I gotta work on improving the bubble blow command. That's right. We debuted the bubble blow command yesterday, but I'm gonna do some work on it, and we'll improve it by tomorrow or tonight. But yeah, we'll do a Twitch thing today. Play Kingdom Hearts and shit. All right, fake Frogger raid. Yeah, we do that. And tell everyone over there to sub to me, obviously, because we need to build up. We need to expand the brand. And get 500 subs so I can start begging for tips. Alright, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you on the next YouTube one, whenever that is. I don't know when it'll be. Because it's like a gamble with it's Russian roulette with these pre-streams. Sometimes you hit gold and make them talk about politics for an hour. Other times you make them talk about Street Fighter 6 for an hour. Oh well. Bye-bye.